podcast is part of the No Phony Podcast Network, the home of independent awesomeness.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and a happy Halloween. I am the freedom fighter, the resistance.
I am half dead.
I'm Fester.
And I'm a pumpkinhead.
Fucking pumpkin, honest to God. You could have been there for it, Steve. I'm dressed up fully. He's dressed up fully. Morgan's dressed up fully. All you've done, paint off your fucking face. That's all you've done.
You can't get more vampire and Halloweeny than the fucking Lost Boys.
Honest to fucking God, such a fairy. Like, oh, look at me. You were too lazy. You didn't do your fucking face.
Look, just because that's in your fucking wardrobe as a standard bit of equipment. Yeah? It's not even for Halloween. He didn't even buy it for Halloween, like, you know?
I bought it because it was cool. I'll give you points if you can tell me who this mask is.
I'm going for the one off Channel 4, I was.
Salvador Dali?
Well then, Morgs. Points for you, son. Points for you, Morgs. Here's Salvador Dali.
Why do they
Anyway. You want Albert?
Why do they wear it? It's just that they pick like.
Yeah, it's just it's a mask of resistance for some reason on Money Heist. Quite cool.
Awesome.
Morgan has shaved his beard and he looks like a fucking escape patient.
It's horrible. I fucking hate it.
Andrew was too lazy to do his fucking full face. Honest to God, boys. And Steve just didn't make no effort at all, like him. Lazy fuck. He just looks like he's blushing on one side.
I'll do a fucking quick change later on as well, mind you.
Yeah, true. Anyway, I want to say a massive happy Halloween. I'm hoping this episode will be up on Halloween. Andrew and
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I hope you stay safe and have a good night. Because we in Wales are still on lockdown, so there's no Halloween for us. This is the closest I can get to Halloween right now.
Other people are going to be having the likes of Zoom Halloween parties. Is that a thing?
Well, we were in the first lockdown. People are having like parties and stuff, aren't they? They're having parties on Zoom with everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a precursor to the fucking party time, like Christmas and the likes, you know.
We normally down fucking birds, fucking Halloween party, fucking every fucking year. But that's not fucking happening this year.
Can't pick my nose.
Thank God for that. Do it last time.
So, should we...
Let's tell the mouse. Some pillock.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what he does. He shoulders up all the time.
Some pillock what? What did this pillock do now?
Well, somebody decided he wanted to make a video where they do a shootout. But all you got is you just got this fat cowboy, yeah, who's just too sluggish for anything, let alone putting the gun out. That's it, like, you know.
That was a good shootout. Me and Dane are the greatest cowboys in the world.
It's an old dad's fucking worst song, this.
Yeah, it is. Right, let's start by talking a bit of, we're all Welsh, so let's talk about Welsh Halloween traditions, yeah? Yeah. So, we're gonna be talking about Calan Gaeaf, right? I probably butchered that.
Calan Gaeaf.
Gaeaf, yeah. So, we start with a Colkirth bonfire, right? To mark the start of winter. Fuck this, I can't fucking speak.
Take it off.
I can't speak with that on. Sorry guys, it's coming off.
Who's not made the effort now? Who's just put a red coat on now?
Right.
Oh yeah, we're on your head.
So, the bonfire. Years ago, right, I don't know, I haven't got the dates, I do apologise. Morgs, if we've got the dates. We would dance around the Colgarth bonfire, and once it's died down, we would place a stone with our name on it, and then put it in the ashes, then go home. The next morning, we'd run to the bonfire, and whoever stone was missing would die by the end of the year. That's a nice little tradition for Halloween, isn't it? You know, if that was going on now, right, I'd be going around pinching every fucking stone. You know I would.
He'd make two more just to stay there.
How long is Calan Gaeaf? And it's in,
Calan Gaeaf.
yeah, and it's on the 1st of November. The night,
Yeah.
no Calan Gaeaf, which is night, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, so it's the night. So it is on the 1st. It's on the 31st. It's the day after. Maybe they said,
Yeah.
maybe it's not, well, it's New Hallows Eve, isn't it? So technically it is the 1st of November, Halloween. So
Yeah, true.
I thought November 1st was All Saints, no, All Saints Day.
I'm not sure. I know Halloween, the name Halloween came from All Hallows Eve. So it was originally an Eve with something, All Hallows Eve.
It's the Eve of All Saints Day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Halloween originally come from Ireland, isn't it?
No, the pumpkin. No, sorry, Halloween came from Ireland.
Anyway, so you wouldn't just go home after dropping these stones on a fire, right? This is the crazy bit. But you'd also get chased home by a sow, a big black spiritual pig. And if the pig caught you, it'd snatch you away and take you to the other land, another world, another, well, wherever it goes, like the spiritual land of the sow. Why a pig? Why in Wales do we get chased by a fucking pig?
Yeah, no. What's the other one as well?
Should be a black sheep.
There's another one as well with a horse's head, isn't it? Have you seen that? The horse?
No.
So there's this other one as well. I'll have to look this up. The tradition is there's a horse's skull and it'll knock on your door and you basically have like a rhyming battle. So it's like a Celtic rap battle. Like, really fucking weird. And he'll ask you something, you've got to ask him back until he leaves. Like he'll ask you, can he come in? You've got to say no, and then he'll rhyme to you and you've got to rhyme back. It's something weird, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Look it up now.
There's also something called I probably butcher this as well, the wassailing, which is essentially going around asking for food in costume. It's Halloween. It's what we do now. Give me some fucking sweets.
Yeah.
The kids used to make skulls out of paper, also paper mache, so like skulls, and decorate it with Celtic symbols. Okay. And that's to represent the dead, and it's to honour the Welsh king of the dead, Gwyn ap Nudd, I think his name was. And he was the Welsh king of the dead, but he was also the Welsh king of the fairies.
Oh, you're well into him now. You love him now, don't you?
Yeah. Fucking
right, you love a fairy king, you don't tell no.
King of the fairies, yeah. So that's just part of the tradition of Calan Gaeaf. Mogs, do any more about it?
So this is the Mary, it's called Mary Lloyd, and that's the head thing, look.
Fuck, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's like a horse's head under like a Welsh pronunciation in South Wales. So it's found where we are, apparently. A hobby horse which is made from a horse's skull mounted on a pole and carried by an individual hidden under a sackcloth. The custom was first recorded in 1800. It was performed at Christmas time, sorry. It was a tradition performed at Christmas time by groups of men. They would form into teams to accompany the horse on his travels around the local area. And although the makeup of such groups varied, they typically included an individual to carry the horses, a leader, and individuals dressed as stock characters such as Punch and Judy. This is stuff that, well, you can read about that anyway. Go on.
So, Mogs, not Halloween then?
It's not actually Halloween, no. I thought it was. But it's the same principle. You go around and you got to knock people's doors.
But can you imagine, Mogs, can you imagine an old little Welsh man with a guy cap on, straddling the horse's head, doing rap?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like Gilbert on a Friday night, if you ask me.
The Vikings used to do it, didn't they?
The Vikings used to rap, yeah. They used to have rap battles. Yeah. But it wasn't so much rap, it was more
back and forth rather than
poetry.
But it was more like you'd rhyme and insult them in rhymes. It's weird.
Yeah. So what's your opinions on Halloween and your thoughts? Right, Halloween for me is my favourite season, right? I've always loved it. I love the aura side of things. What's your opinions on Halloween?
Well, it's probably one of my favourite times of the year.
Me too, Mogs, me too.
I like the food as well. This is when we start having stews and, like hearty foods. And then like the sweets as well, like pumpkins and pumpkin pies and shit. Is there a pumpkin pie?
And spiced fucking what's the latte? No, the latte, the coffee I'd like.
Latte, is it?
What's it called? The spiced something latte.
Pumpkin, yeah.
Spiced pumpkin latte.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like I like a latte, you know. But yeah, I like
gorgeous.
The creepiness of it as well. There's a weird feeling there.
So, why do we like being scared, in your opinion? What is with the human nature of being scared?
Don't know.
The feeling is that it's the excitement.
Why? Like why do we go on roller coasters? Why do we watch horror movies that scares the shit out of us? Why do we like that feeling of being scared?
It's experience, isn't it? And it's experience.
For me, I reckon it's just that it's that fear without the consequences. Does that make sense? So you watch it, you're on it. Go on.
I was going to say, can I ask Morgan to put his collars back? He looks like Elvis now with the fucking white head. Put him back in, kid.
Fucking boiling.
Put your shoulders up.
He's all this white, he's drip away in it.
So it's to watch a really scary horror movie where you're watching people get murdered or the ghost, but you know deep down there's no consequences to you, but you still get scared anyway. So it's that fear of being scared without the consequence. That's my opinion on it anyway.
Of course, yeah.
It's like when you
roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like when you were playing a horror game on the Xbox or PlayStation. You scare the shit out of you. And I've been there and I've been fucking scared, like, and I know deep down that nothing can harm me.
I don't like being scared. I don't. But then we talked earlier about it the other day it came up, and I was saying like I hate like horrors and stuff, ghost trains and that sort of stuff. But I love the adrenaline stuff. I like, you know, I'd like to go skydiving and bungee jumping and, you know, roller coasters. I love all that stuff. Anything skiing and stuff. I love all of them. And it's weird, but it's still a scary thing though for me. It's still like, oh my god, I'm jumping out of a fucking plane. What if my parachute doesn't open? What if I'm still thinking, eh?
To the edge.
Strange.
Yep.
But jumping things, like, I don't like them.
Andrew, what's your thoughts on it? Oh, sorry, Steve. Sorry, bud. Go on.
I think it's the excitement side part of things, like the dressing up, the Halloween costumes and stuff like that. See, that's what.
No, but what about the fact that what is it about being scared that you like?
I think it's just the excitement of it. I think it is with me, like, because like I said, sometimes I do get scared of things, and sometimes I don't. So I think it's the excitement of if I do get scared, I get scared.
So when you go into your basement, Socks, right? And I can't say I yet. I'm being an idiot. That's pretty. No. Keep watching. You will know the reference at the end of the show.
I just want to, you know the horror films and the scare and that side of the scary bit. Does that go back to when you was a little kid and the big kid would bully you, and you'd be there afterwards going, "I'm scared." Okay. Is it that? You're just trying to conquer those little things.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No.
But it's a strange job. I just love being scared.
There must be a scientific thing to it. Like, does fear release dopamine and stuff?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah.
It does. So
it's adrenaline, isn't it?
Yeah. But I don't like. It's weird. Like, that's where I get confused because I can't stand like. I can't play horror games if they're too like jumpy, scary. Because I just fucking hate it. Like
the scientific term for that, Mogs, the scientific term for that is big baby.
Yeah, probably. Well, it's like things that other people wouldn't think of doing. Like I said, I'll jump off, do rock diving or something. I'm not scared of stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. Like. Anyone says, I'm going to go ski in life or something, I'm like, yeah, okay.
But we've all got different fears.
I've done 3 or 4 times, like, and I always read about people, this morning, like, funny enough, maybe fucking news article about someone dying, or parasite in an accident, and fucking fine. But it doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me.
That's just you going around, he's dead, I'm still alive, he's dead.
Well, before we go on to actually move on to spooky weird tech, I actually have a challenge for all 3 of you. I haven't told you this, because I thought I'd leave it secretly. But what is the creepiest or scariest noise you can make? Like a growl, a nasty growl, or something that creep somebody out. Go on, I want an example from you two. Come on, it's a bit of fun. It's the Halloween special. Come on.
Steve have to take it, didn't he?
I haven't got anything.
No.
Come on, Morgs, you got something?
I can't fucking recreate something that scares me.
What is
No,
this?
just a noise that would scare somebody else if you heard it from like outside, like a whale or any kind of noise.
The thunder like yesterday.
Oh.
Bang. So like boom, like really fucking.
Like a.
I laugh.
Better than Steve's. Go on, Andrew.
Fuck, I got nothing at all.
You boring bunch of pricks.
Nothing at all, bud.
You boring bunch of pricks. Honest to God. Come on, then. Let's move on. Sorry, let's move on to creepy weird tech.
You can't believe how big these fucking chins are. I've been hiding for all these years.
Oh, well, so I'll post the pictures up on the video for the Halloween special. So the first one...
You would. What we done?
Alright, no worries, you watch on. So the first one we're going to talk about is called a ghost detecting mobile phone scrap. Alright, now what is that?
That's what you sent us in the chat.
What's that again, bud?
That's what you sent us in the chat.
Yeah.
Biscuit, man.
I thought it was a fucking biscuit.
Well, here we go. Ready for this?
I thought it was a biscuit as well.
So listen. So the company called Bake Tan 2 made a ghost radar charm that could apparently detect spirit at the push of a button.
That's a biscuit, Socks. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's a biscuit.
That's a cookie.
Wait for it. There's a button inside of that which straps to the mobile phone. Right? That is the device itself.
Why did they make it look like a biscuit?
Fuck knows.
Some fucker's choking. I'm telling you, that moron got the wrong picture. He's giving us a biscuit, yeah.
I just make those biscuits and put that in it.
I'm reading here what it fucking says, man. I got it right there, look.
So, explain what he does, Socks.
Right.
Are you sure that's not just a fucking picture they put on it?
I couldn't fucking tell you. I'm just reading it off. I'm reading off what it fucking says, but anyway. Right? So the gadget itself, right, when it finds a ghost, it turns red, right? And not a positive colour when it comes to this kind of thing. And then it is the Kotodama tuna.
Do it again. Do it again.
Kotodama. So Kotodame. Kotodama. Right? Kotodama.
Kotodama.
Fact knows. Anyway, whatever that is, they really don't go into details. Use the algorithms around you to apparently translate ghostly energy into human speech, which is supposed to be creepy as well. And then you can buy this for $15.
Of course you can. You can't download an app just to do exactly the same thing. You've got to have that product.
You've got to have the biscuit as well, Mox.
Have the fake biscuit.
That is definitely a fucking biscuit, boys. I'm telling you now. The man is tripping balls, he is.
And that thing's a scam.
So...
It's just, they sell you something, and that's follow. And you put it on, suddenly your phone can speak to ghosts. Or detect ghosts.
Yeah, it's a novelty.
Would you buy it?
No.
I would.
What the hell?
Well, I'm hungry. I could do with a snack, like.
Yeah, I'd buy it.
As always.
Some biscuits that look the same and put it in there.
Yeah.
How many people I can get the biscuits? Like roulette every time I give it to someone.
Morgan just stood by the side going, come on, pick up biscuit up. Please pick it up.
Where's your bed?
Right, on to the second one then.
Yeah.
So the second one itself, this is called the Ghost Written Book. Right?
This looks cool.
Now in the book itself, the feather pen moves across the book without any assistant as the book recites 7 ghastly phrases. A ghost.
Whoa, ghastly.
Yeah, ghastly phrases.
Ghastly,
yeah. What's the matter with that? Ghastly.
7 ghastly.
Hang on, he's getting it wrong, though.
Fuck off, you know what I'm saying anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Fuck off, right, no worries. The ghost is saying a ghost moves the feather pen around this unfinished novel, and the gadget's sound is activated in the book, and you can pick this up for $35.
So what's the purpose of it?
It's an item which you can put, which basically the pen moves on its own and writes fucking stuff into the book.
So it's an Halloween decoration, yeah?
Yeah.
How did the pen move on its own?
Ghosts, come on. Stick with it. Stick with it.
Ghosts with it.
Come on.
It says the ghost moves a feather pen around this unfinished novel. The gadget's sound is activated when the pen hits the book.
I love your research into these things, Andrew.
What do you mean, my research? What's that?
Well, we need to know how the pen moves. We need to know what batteries it takes.
Doesn't say anything about batteries, but...
Oh, it's definitely a ghost.
There's a ghost there. I don't understand that product though. So it's just a decoration that looks like it's writing in a book.
Yeah.
What's a cool decoration? Come on. For the one time that you see it, just that once. Every other time is just a decoration, but for that one time, yeah, I wouldn't buy it.
No. So how much is it going to cost me?
Well, my granddad soon, I might buy one then.
$35.
What's that?
Maybe not.
30 yeah.
Well,
no, fucking hell, Ben.
I gotta say, right? Your weird tech went down like a lead fucking balloon, Andrew. We give you one task. One fucking task we give.
Listen, I tried to find every single gadget out there, right? All I could see, right, was fucking basically costumes. And more fucking costumes. I went on two websites, right? And I'll bring this story up, right? I went on two websites. One of them was selling the Exorcist bed that we fucking going to talk about fucking later on.
That would have been good. You could have brought that up.
Would have been awesome.
No worries. All right, I'll bring it up, man, because I got the fucking feedback.
It's too late.
No, let us bring it up.
I'll bring it up. Anyway, I'll bring it up. Right. So, if you haven't heard of The Exorcist, then you've probably been hiding in a hole or something. This is the description, right? The film is one of the most influential and best horror flicks in the genre, and one of the highest grossing movies ever. So it's bound to inspire inventors of crazy stuff. One of the most iconic scenes is the possessed little girl Regan being thrown around like a rag doll on her bed and floating above the mattress. As Americans like to go all out, when it comes to Halloween, there are probably a few people who would spend almost $4,000 on the bed that caused the injury.
That's cool.
Now, is using, I can't pronounce this fucking word. Fucking you go already.
Go for it.
Phenomatics? Anyways, Pneumatics. Pneumatics. The Exorcist bed gives the illusion that you're floating up to 1.5 meters from the surface of the mattress, and it also flushes around like the famous scene. And if you're not sure where you put it exactly, it's hosting a Halloween party or inviting kids to trick or treat on the driveway, perhaps. Give passers by a free go. Hire a little girl to lie on the bed, look demented, and scream explicit at the neighbours.
No, that's poor.
See, why did you lead with that?
Right?
Instead of a cookie. A fucking cookie that detects ghosts.
How much is that?
The bed goes for $4,000.
Oh, fucking hell.
If I had the money, I'd buy it.
Yeah, to be honest,
you spend $4,000, you could put your bed outside and invite strangers into a bed of yours with your child dressed up.
Yeah, 100%. I'd scare the shit out of them, it would.
I'm your fucking daughter.
Yeah, some fucking holy water and fucking flicker at that as well.
The Americans do things, don't they? Like haunted houses and stuff. They'll trim all the house up and invite people in.
Yeah, but I got this image of this daughter of yours now, a 10-year-old daughter, right, crying, "Mommy, I don't want to do it anymore."
You get on there and you scare the neighbours.
You let that creepy old man jump in bed with you. It's fine.
No creepy old man's going to jump in bed with her if she's fucking rashing around looking like Regan from The Exorcist, but trust me, they'll stay away.
Yeah, they'll stay around. Fucking
throws up over him. He goes, "That's cool as fuck." She goes, "It's real."
So, Are you guys ready to hear the tale of the Maid of Sker?
Yeah, go on. This is the one
Yeah.
you made a game of, yeah?
Yeah, they made a game of this one, and the reason why I think I'd done it was because it's like 10 minutes on the road. It's so close to us, like, which is was brilliant.
Where?
20 minutes in Porthcawl.
Is it? That's where
Maid of Sker is in Porthcawl.
Sker House is in Porthcawl, yeah. Which we should all go. We should all go, by the way. Anyway, here we go. It's what I've written down. Situated just outside of Porthcawl, Sker House, which was built over 900 years ago, is reported to be haunted because of its violent past. Originally built as a monastic grange of the Cistercian order. I do apologise about that fucking mouthful, but fucking hell. Little remains of the original structure, as it was completely rebuilt in the late 16th century. People who visit the house are often made to feel like they're being watched and feel very uneasy. Some feel instantly sick to their stomach. Others can't stay in the house too long because they just become strangely ill. Banshee-like screams can often be heard from near the house. Disembodied lights are often witnessed. Shadow people are also reported. Over the years, the house has changed hands, and every time was followed by misfortune and disaster. One of the most famous tales was that of Elizabeth Williams. The young and beautiful Elizabeth Williams fell in love with the local harpist and carpenter, Thomas Evans. But her father and ruler of the estate, Isaac Williams, strictly opposed the relationship. He strictly forbade Elizabeth for ever seeing Thomas. But after she got caught sneaking out, he imprisoned his daughter in the attic of the house. She eventually and reluctantly agreed towards marrying a local and well-to-do man named Thomas Kirkhouse. But she never forgot her love of Thomas Evans, and it is said she pined so much that she died of a broken heart. It is said that she still haunts the halls of Sker House today, looking out the window awaiting her lover's return, and is now known as the Maid of Sker.
Cool.
That's cool, and the fact that it's local and like down the road, I think that's what really intrigued me. Like there's a picture of Sker House. I can actually get up. Sorry, boys. Which is really. I should have had it. I don't know. It is owned, but I don't know if it's occupied, Mogs. Some guy from Ireland bought it, and he's how do I explain? Oh yeah, there's Sker House now.
Okay.
That's how it was, but it actually looks like this now today. It actually looks like that.
So
Very nice. Not scary at all.
No, not really, but obviously it's by the coast. There's also a tale as well, of Sker Rock. Obviously it's Sker House on the coast, but Sker Rock, and there was a tale of, I didn't really look at this, but a ship that had crashed into Sker Rock that killed all the crew. And the Sker Point is actually supposed to be haunted by the sailors. So it's quite interesting. It's a really interesting little tale. I just like the fact that it's like near us. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I love about it, because it's just so local. We would have to, I think we'll definitely have to go down there one day and just have a little look. Like,
there is a game about it as well, down there.
Yeah. Well, which Morgan brought up right at the start, you fucking moron.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Yeah, the game Maid of Sker is actually based around the folklore of this tale, which to me is really good. Like I said, Banshees. Yeah, I played it. Yeah, it creeped me the fucking out, and it really creeped me out. Dog walkers and stuff late in the evening are known to see skull-like fucking lights in the distance. Lights that look like skulls, floating skulls. Also, banshee, like a whales of a banshee, like are also said to be heard.
What's a banshee? Banshees.
A banshee is like a wailing woman.
Yeah, often seen at the death of someone. Yeah, often heard, sorry, not seen.
Yeah, shadow people as well are also reported to have been seen. And also, it was said that when Elizabeth originally died, she was seen in a window so much that the locals actually thought she was still alive. Which...
Surprising how much people are superstitious.
Welsh people are really superstitious people. Yeah, definitely. So, what's your thoughts on that, lads?
Yeah. Cool.
We'll take a drive.
Yeah.
We'll take a drive. And we'll have a look.
Take some snaps.
I mean,
Maybe record us outside and around the area for YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
We'll Ouija board it.
We could Ouija board it, definitely. Well, as soon as lockdown's over, I think we should go down, definitely.
I'd rather surfboard than Ouija board.
And I reckon we should send Soxy first.
Or me back, you know what, I ain't no afraid of no ghosts.
That's another
or banshees or whatever fucking there, but the more me.
another thing about Welsh Halloween as well. Do you know where the jack-o'-lanterns come from?
Ireland.
like where it started, like why?
Ireland.
No,
Yeah.
Why? Ireland is not. I just keep saying Ireland.
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 Go on, Bugs, give us a
You know what
story.
it is? No.
Go on, give us a story.
It's Celtic, like barbarians or soldiers or whatever. They take the heads of their enemies and they bring them back to their wife, and then their wife will put them outside the door.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it was something to do with like it would keep the spirits away on like around this time of year, they think the dead come. What is it? Something like the closest you are to the dead or something around this time of year. That's the legend.
Yeah, it's the veil is a thinnest, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they used to believe that putting severed heads outside the doors and stuff would keep the spirits away.
Yo, love. Look how you got. Stick this out on a fucking gate.
Isn't it a Jack Black film, year one, where they do that? And he comes over, he throws at her head, and he's like, "It's for you." And she's like, "Oh, thanks." Severed head, like.
Okay, yeah. Crazy. Right, are we ready to move on to Creepy Dear Drew?
Hi.
Do you have a question? He's got the answer for you. You got a problem? Then he will solve it into. Why don't you come along? Why don't you come along? Why don't you come along and ask Spooky Dear Drew?
Like a thunder effect.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Why aren't we going to be cool enough to do those things? Are we going to be cool enough to do those kind of things?
Huh?
I said, are we going to be cool enough to edit shit like that into this?
Yeah, we should be putting spooky sound effects in, lads.
I'll try my best.
I'm happy only seeing Jazz chin, I gotta be honest. Anybody else?
Morgan's fucking brilliant, but fair play.
It looks like you want to do it.
Right then, Socks. Socks, you ready?
Bring him on, Steve. Bring
Drew, are you ready? Bit of a tough one to start with, now, Socks. This kind of leads on from last week a bit as well. Dear Drew, let's pretend Megan Fox has become a horror porn star. Sorry, the composure. She's looking for a chubby bloke with a bad haircut for a movie and sees you. She approaches you and you're interested because you'll get a banger in the film. It's the only way it's going to happen, Drew. You're in wardrobe, getting ready for your scene with big, scary Megan. Yeah? You can imagine how it's all being set up. It's waiting for Drew. Film is rolling, and you remove your robe, showing your little tallywhacker. You're all set up, and you hear the director say, Megan, go down on him. Right? The film director's voice is familiar to you. It's your mum. What do you do with that scene?
Fucking carry on, bud.
There you go.
Carry fucking on.
Right, mum. Right, mum.
What if she started going,
I guess, man. What do you want to go with more?
still the same size, mum?
No, boys. My mother taught me this move.
The worst thing you can say to someone when they're going down on you. My mother told me this.
What if you then your mother's going harder, faster?
Still fucking carry on, bud. Still carry on, bye. Still fucking go, bye. Still go for goal.
Megan Fox.
Hey, I'm doing a job, bud, so don't worry. I'm doing a job.
Megan Fox brings out the monster in him. That's what this is.
That's what it is, bud.
Right then. Moving on. Dear Drew, what's the scariest, weirdest nightmare you've ever had? And that's from Freddie.
Oh, weirdest, scariest nightmare I've ever had. I don't know. I really don't know. I've had a few jump scares, like in nightmares, like when you fucking fall down a cliff, and you just fucking wake up and go fuck like that, stuff like that. Then yeah, but
what happens when you wake up?
Sweats, like proper sweats, like proper fucking panic sweats, like what the fuck's going on with you, like?
You never had ghost ones?
Nah, I've had nothing like that, like, nah.
No.
Nothing at all, nah.
All right, then, fair enough. Anything else?
No.
I'm asking Dad. Drive out the scared one. He's always
I like nightmares. I'm one of them weird people who actually really enjoy nightmares, no matter how bad they are, because I wake up and I'm like, that's cool. It's like watching a film in your head, in your sleep. So I like nightmares.
So you wake up and you go, ooh, I'm going back in.
Yeah, I have. I've literally done that. I've dreamt the zombies or whatever. Ghosts have gone, fuck, that was cool. I don't get scared of nightmares. I actually actively enjoy nightmares.
If you didn't get scared, you wouldn't wake up.
But you got to wake up at some point, Steve. Fucking hell, otherwise it's death.
So you don't wake up from the horrors.
No, I just wake up because you wake up. I never wake up because of the horrors before. Unless it's like Soxy said, we've fallen off a cliff.
See, this is how tired this boy is. Yeah, he's having horror nightmares and he still refuses to wake up. Right there. Right. Go on, son.
No, I was just going to say, you said about zombie ones. I haven't had a zombie for fucking years. I used to have all the time.
Oh, you're missing out, Moggs. You're missing out.
That's a weird one. Look, like I look for horror. I like zombie movies. That's the only type of horror genre I really like. I used to love them, but when I was a kid, I'm watching them. You know, when I was like 9, 10, or whatever, I'd be watching them. But I knew it'd give me a nightmare. But I still watch it, like, and I guarantee I would have a fucking zombie nightmare. Yeah, I'm having those from you. Yeah.
Right then. Dear Drew, when you have children, what's the scariest film you will allow them to watch? And that's from Jason.
Probably Friday the 13th.
That's when you're willing to let them watch.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's the scary. How old is this kid?
Which one?
The fucking first one.
Oh, first one, shit. No. I like which is the one when Jason actually plays that.
Second one.
The second one with the hockey mask on that. I think so.
Yeah. Third, is it?
I have an Halloween.
And the first one's the mother.
Yeah.
It's the mother. She's a murderer. Second one, he's got a sack.
Oh, that's right.
Third. Might have the hockey mask on the third.
Here's the third, yeah.
Third or fourth. When he's full, that's the best.
So Soxy just said Halloween 3. How old's your kid first at the moment?
6, 7.
6, 7.
Fuck yeah.
And you're going to watch Friday the 13th not available. Halloween, where there's babysitters being slaughtered and
fucking
knives and
teach him away. Yeah, fucking teach him away, but fucking babysitter. Something happens to the babysitter, but he's fucking protect himself or her, protect himself, but
teach them all that. I'll teach them all fucking like.
Fuck, I'll probably teach him, bud.
Jesus. All right.
Can I ask a question for everyone? What's the first horror film you can remember watching?
Oh, mine's gonna be shit.
Original Frankenstein.
The first one I really scared you, and that you realise, oh shit, this is all
The Evil Dead.
evil. That couldn't go to 99.
What's yours, Ed Suggs?
I was Scream.
Scream.
Yeah.
What? How old is you when Scream was out? When the fuck?
I think Scream was about my first one as well, to be honest.
Fuck, that's not good to me. If I go Frankenstein 1930 or 40, whatever it fucking was. I know, I'm going fucking 50 years later.
I don't think I remember.
Socks, how old are you?
31.
So how old would you have been in 1996?
I would have been 7.
Fucking hell, it makes you feel old.
I would be 5. But when was it, 96?
Yeah.
I would be 4. Yeah, 4.
Steve, you feeling old like me?
I watched Frankenstein. I got scared by Frankenstein, the original. That's what I watched.
I'm trying to think now. It's probably a zombie movie. I couldn't tell you which one. The zombies had the first effect on that gone fucking scared of monsters. That was the first one that really freaked me out. I remember the one you said about earlier, or later. The others with the kids with the fucking old faces. I think that's one of the faces. All like really fucking with me, like give me nightmares and that.
Yeah, that's just fucking creepy, but.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mog, show me your first scared face.
Can we have that on the thumbnail, please? Just him.
Okay. Absolutely. Deirdre, if you had a chance to sell your soul to the devil, what would you trade it for? And that's from Mr. Morningstar.
I know the answer to this for him, but you can answer first.
What would I trade it for?
If you had a chance to sell your soul to the devil, what would you trade it for?
Oh, fucking God. I don't know what I fucking trade it for. I really don't.
Anything. You can have anything for your soul. Come on.
Fuck knows, man. I've not got a clue. I've not got a clue.
Oh.
You know, like you hear the song "Devil Went Down to Georgia," have you? No. Where he fights him. He plays a fiddle. He has a fiddle competition.
No.
Right. Let me explain it to him. The devil appears in front of you, Socks,
right.
And he says to you, Andrew, you can have or you can be whatever you want. But when you die, your soul is mine forever. What do you trade for? What do you want of him?
I don't know. I can know that. I really don't.
You can have anything in the world. $1 million, billion pounds. You can have the new best invention of the world.
Boys, I would say
one thing's coming to my head is to keep my family safe.
Right, but all right. I know one view, and he's too afraid to say it. I know exactly what he wants.
Go on.
He wants to be stitched up, right? So attached to the world. That's what he really wants.
Yeah.
So in the world is one body, two heads.
Wait. We all know who the fucking biggest simp is in this fucking super TV and the podcast. Don't fucking start, boy, alright?
Play PUBG yesterday. Oh, I gotta go now. I gotta go up the road for 10 minutes to get fucking my niece.
Steve, this is for you as well, and Morgan knows about this.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, biggest simp, Steve. That's why he changed Jared's name on his mobile.
The type of person, Steve.
You know the funniest thing was? Yesterday, right?
Wait for it. The type of person who goes, right, I'm playing PUBG, and I knocked it off. I rang him, he went, oh, sorry boys, Nintendo's going, I gotta watch Sopranos now with the missus here, but I gotta watch Sopranos on the Xbox, man. I gotta watch
Right, playing PUBG yesterday, right? You could hear his missus in the background going, that's your last game, mate, Andrew. Oh, I know, babe, I know. I was like, we're off it, so. Oh, we gotta pick the niece up a minute. I said, why can't she go on her own then? Oh, she doesn't know where she lives. She doesn't even know where her own niece lives. She gotta take him there.
That's where she lives. She doesn't know where the fucking nursery is.
No, you're a liar. You're a liar.
Get it right. Didn't know where the nursery was.
Sopranos. Yeah, true.
Sopranos is amazing, but I love it.
No, true.
It is true. More than fucking simp.
But the choice, it is true that I chose to leave the game and watch Sopranos. I fucking did.
Fuck off.
Nobody who chooses says the words, I've got to go.
No,
Boys,
he normally goes, this is the last game now, boys, right? No worries. He's just fucking literally left. I rang him and he went, Jack's on it. I'm watching Sopranos with the missus.
Look, the only thing I'm simp about is going to co-op. Yeah, co-op. Oh, yes, I'm going co-op. It's the only I'm simp about.
What Jack saying?
He fucking loves a co-op.
Yeah.
When have you ever heard you in the back and go, last game, Jack? Never.
He gets instructions before.
Last game, mind you. I was in a car with it. He was in a car with him. He says I phoned. You play PUBG and I could hear him going, yeah, I'm food first.
Really? We all know who the biggest simp is, but don't you worry.
We do.
Next question, Steve. Oh, fuck you, Steve. Simp of the simp. You are Lord of the simp.
Biggest simp is Steve.
Figure always up.
You know that's not possible.
The devil has challenged you to a duel. The challenge is yours to choose. What is the challenge and what are your weapons? And that's from Azazel. That's from Azazel, isn't it?
This reminds me of the fucking Tenacious D video, a fucking tribute, and fucking playing the guitar in front of the fucking...
Pretty much. That's what, like, Devil went down to George's, like.
Okay.
He meets the devil and then he challenges him to a fiddle playing contest. And if he
Listen. I'm gonna challenge him to a fucking window cleaning competition, but there we fucking go. Let's see how well he can clean his fucking windows, but
that's not the traditional way.
That is not a fucking traditional way, right?
What's your weapon, Socks?
My squeegee and my fucking blade, but
I just got this image now of a devil sweating and panicking. Just looking over him like, oh, very good, mate. There's not a fucking traditional way. The devil just fucking hell.
So I've been asked to a fucking clay pigeon suit out, but there we fucking go. There with my shotgun.
It's as if he's planned all this to get to this point on here.
Spot on, man.
You know. Drew. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? More gonna fuck this up now. Drew. What is Halloween and where does it come from? And that was from the cover now. You fucking it now. I'll move on.
Move on. Actually, no, let's still ask him. This could be good. This could be good.
Really?
What is Halloween and where does it come from?
This is like again. Look, fucking. I just thought Halloween was fucking just dressing up, going around fucking trick or treating. That's what I thought Halloween was all about. But
even after I told him what it was.
And where did it come from?
Ireland.
Dear Drew, what weird tech can you suggest to a witch to make her job easier or better? And that's from Winnie.
What weird tech? Ooh. What weird tech can we fucking give to witches to make a job easier? I haven't got a fucking clue. I was going to say about fucking a self-stirring fucking cauldron. There we go.
Perfect.
There we go.
You haven't got a clue if he comes up with a fucking door.
Do you reckon I can get away with wearing this in public instead of a face mask?
Jack, you don't need a mask. You don't need it.
Can't tell the difference.
Nah.
You should cut up and around there, yeah.
It's Moggs, it's same after fucking go down the beautician, to have his face, beard trimmed, painted, his eyebrows fucking manicured and fucking all sorts.
Aye, we don't know what's this black guy. The black on his mask or the black on his hair?
Depends what time of day it is.
Yeah.
Right then. Extra socks. Dear Drew, you just woke up, you look around and realise your surroundings are not right. You're in a horror film. Which film do you hope you're in and why?
Speed is not an horror film.
That's from Eli Roth, isn't it?
Oh.
Why is this harder than the last one?
I don't know. I don't know what horror film I'd probably... Ooh.
I know what my film would be straight away.
Because I probably just... Because I watched some recently, I'm going to say Paranormal Activity.
So you hope you'd be in Paranormal Activity, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Then I can say, you know what happens in the fucking movie, so I fucking...
Don't he die at the end?
Yeah, spot on. The boyfriend fucking dies, man. Becky's possessed, man. Werther's possessed and fucking kills me. There we go.
He's what he wants to be in.
I was thinking something like Child's Play, because it's just a doll, you just kick a little fuck, I can't fuck off.
I was going for this shit. It Follows.
Fuck It Follows, that scares the shit out of me.
I'd go for It Follows. Shank someone, pass it on. All the best. Cheers to that.
Yeah, I got a point there, Steve. The only thing is, Steve, the only thing is, nobody wants to shag you, ever.
That's a bit horrible, isn't it?
Steve's here going, oh, please shag me. Please.
It's just me following. Morgan would have stopped doing your makeup all the time. It's like watching Jared.
I'm going to shoot off now. It's not like that then, it's like greasy. It's going like the Joker now, where it's like running, going across his face.
Right there, remember
Yeah.
now, if you've got any questions you'd like to ask Andrew, you can email me, steveace3984@gmail.com.uk, DM me on Twitter, Messenger, or you can just join us on Discord and we can continue the conversation or bring up your own questions.
Just don't ask on Discord because he's on it.
Right, fine.
Yeah, only ask him.
Yeah, just DM me. Yeah.
Yeah. Steve is the man. So we'd love to get your questions in. We really fucking would.
Yeah.
Anyway, this week, lads, for Halloween, we watched The Exorcist. Did you all watch it?
Yep.
So can we start, please, with Andrew? Thoughts?
What a good movie. Really fucking enjoyed it. I thought fucking the acting in there was fucking great. Regan was fucking brilliant. The priest was brilliant. Great fucking movie.
Hang on.
Enjoyed it.
Talking about the fucking Exorcist, look who walks in.
Wait.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of
What's happening here right now is he's coming in to check the wardrobes to see if the presents for Christmas have turned up. Nice. December, get going.
Get out!
Right, Andrew, where was you two, Matt? Where was you at?
I said the acting in it and the music and everything else was fucking brilliant. To spot on. Like I said, Regan fucking the acting of Regan was fucking spot on as well.
Linda Blair, fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant. Like the priest himself was fucking Damien was fucking like I found him creepy at the beginning, but then fucking coming to the end when him and the fucking father was basically doing the exorcism, like it was brilliant. Like
Father Merrin.
Yeah, fucking absolutely brilliant. I absolutely enjoyed it. Like let's see, look, that's how much fucking notes I've written down. Look,
Talk to us, tell us about him. What you written down? We want to know.
I literally right at the beginning of the movie, I thought I was watching something fucking else. Because like they said, the digging and all that fucking shit, and when he was in the rock and stuff, when the digging, I fucking thought, like, what the fuck am I watching?
I almost did as well. At one point, I was like, this is fucking Exorcist, isn't it?
I remember it. For me, I remember it fondly, so I was right.
But
I didn't realise it went on so long, though, that intro.
But like I said, the bit in there, you seen the statue, innit? The statue at the end of the exorcism, when you seen the statue at the end of the at the beginning as well. Well, in the rock, like.
That was the demon.
Yeah, the demon thing.
Zuzu, there? I think it's Zuzu, the name was, man.
Zuzu or something like that, Kass, something, I don't even know. Noise in the attic. Chris thought it was fucking rats, and then fucking the battle at the end was when fucking rat traps up there, and she went up there, and nothing was seen up there, and there were no rats.
Why does the devil go to the attic first?
Fuck knows.
So how did for Sox, it says, how did the demon initially get in to Regan?
I thought because when fucking Chris opened the attic, it fucking came down from the attic, I did. I don't know. I don't know how we got into. Oh, she found the Ouija board.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's...
Sorry, yeah, fucking Captain,
I was gonna say,
fucking Captain Audi, wasn't it?
One thing I got from this was I found it confusing. It was an hour's worth of story in the beginning, which was too much, I think. It was confusing as well. It didn't just give you the straight answer of what exactly happening. It was like giving you bits and pieces, you know, and it felt there's like a lot of quick cuts as well in all this. Like when he was first told about his mother passing away, or it was just after he visited her in the hospital.
Next thing, she's dead.
Then he just kept her punching, then he kept again and saying, "Oh yeah, he found her dead." And I was like, "What?" They could have made that easier by just finding her dead, you know.
But what you always find as well, like, is the daughter's room is always, the windows are open and she's fucking no blankets over there, nothing at all. Every single scene we see on the daughter's bed, the blankets are off and the window's open, and it's cold as well, proper cold.
It's because ghosts and all, they always give off cold, don't they? You always see the cold spots and stuff, and he's stuck in shows.
Sign of paranormal.
Sign of paranormal activity, yeah, exactly. Steve, I know you personally don't like this movie.
True. I did try. I tried again this time. For me, it's a film about child abuse. What was the scariest part of that film?
Oh, her coming down the stairs. Regan coming down the stairs was a fucking bit for me, but...
You must have watched the uncut version. I didn't have that bit. I seen it, but I haven't.
You're on about the fucking...
The spider walk.
The spider walk on the stairs, but and the blood coming out of their mouth.
I didn't watch that.
No. Yes, the music is creepy as fuck. As Morgan mentioned last night, the nightmare scene was creepy as fuck with the flash.
That was mine. That was the scariest part of the movie.
So, but you take it, right? This film, considering what we have now, right? It's aged well. In my opinion, it has aged good. But the shock factor isn't there no more because of what we got now. But when this film was first ever released, something like this hadn't been seen to that extent before. So if you go back and watch this when it was first released, it'd be fucking terrifying. It really would.
I found it more creepy though, and I still found it scary, but not jump scary, boom scary like.
For me,
creepy scary.
For me, I giggled. I giggled at parts I shouldn't have giggled at.
Yeah, I did. I laugh at parts, and it's like fucking hell.
It's pet. No offense, but the kid. I think the kid was fucking petrified. Don't I? When she was going into the fucking hospital and getting them scans done, them fucking machines are huge, fucking crazy. Like, and getting fucking needles stuck into her fucking neck and see the blood squirt out, and fucking that was
great as well.
Yeah.
Which hospital do you know allows the parents to watch that?
Yeah, I know.
It's America. America.
I struggled. For me, the scariest part of this film for me was allowing the alcoholic, drunk director, which had no real practice. Why the fuck would you let him babysit a comatose child? And what was he doing in a room? Yeah, none of that's explained. It's just left to your imagination. To me, that just screams pedophilia.
Yeah,
that's the creepiest part of that film.
I gotta be honest. Going back to the hospital, like it was when they put the needle in and they squirted it out. She starts screaming.
Yeah,
it really fucking hit me at it. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, you know, because obviously there's a bit of fact in it as well. You know, the shit they were doing to people with mental illnesses back then.
Yeah.
Electric shock.
You know, a bit creeped me out, and then I got creeped out, but then I instantly laughed my fucking head off afterwards. Was when Father Damien walked in, and Father Marion is dead, and Regan's on the bed, and she's giggling. It's like that bit creeped me out. But then you had that scene where he's like, "Fuck this, fuck a bitch, fuck a bitch."
Yeah, but he was trying to say fucking Father Medium, wasn't he? He was trying to say, like, and it didn't fuck out him, and then 2 minutes later, you see Damon turning around and going, like, fuck this shit, boy, fucking have it. But like, even the bit itself, like, Damien fucking still fulfilled the exorcism, didn't he? He still fucking went through and he still fucking done it.
No. He just put the demon into him and then jumped out the fucking window.
Yeah.
No,
So,
he didn't exercise. They literally didn't exercise that demon.
no.
No, he demanded the demon jump.
He demanded, yeah. And then fucking
Take me!
and then jump out the fucking window.
He did excise it from the child into himself.
Did Father Damien lose his faith?
At the beginning, I thought he did.
He says he's losing his faith.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a scene with him and another priest in the fucking flat now, and he was drinking fucking scotch and putting him to bed, take his shoes off him, and then that's when he had not a dream, but like a nightmare of his mother having it come out the train station and that.
Was it?
Going back to creepy scenes was the part where Damien goes into the room to see, after the first part of the exorcism, Damien goes back in, and as he's leaving, he turns and it's his mother just staring. That really,
on the bed.
I thought that was so fucking freaky. And the way this is the cinematography, the wife, and just the fact she just looked dead and she was staring blank. Oh, that hit me as well. I give me stuck in my head.
Do you see that bit where she's speaking English backwards and she's shouting, "Fear the priest, Marion"? So obviously you knew that she was scared. But then when Father Marion pulled up, it cut the Regan on the bed and you had the dark and the light around the eyes.
Yeah.
That was fucking brilliant. That scene was so fucking good to me. It's like you see fear in the demon because Father Marion was arriving.
Yeah.
So you knew he was coming.
But to me, the Father Damien part, it's the psychiatry versus satanic beliefs sort of side of things. It's what people believe. It's 1973, and when the film comes out, that's a lot going on still at that time, isn't it? So they are playing on what is happening all the time.
The other scene that fucking quite freaked me out was when was it a sister or the fucking maid called Damien fucking the priest in, and you see fucking Regan on the bed, and all you see was help me on the stomach, like scarred in.
With the dream sequence as well, with the flash the demon after. There's a sequence like in the first part of the exorcism, and I did it too, and it hit me again, man, and I don't know why. And if it was still, it's not great. Like, it doesn't look that scary to me.
It looks like you, Mugs. It looks like you. You look like that.
It's just like this sort of thing, dark eyes. And but the way it flashes it did hit me. It didn't make me jump, but it was like, oh my god, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Do you know what bit scared me as well? Do you know when he seen his mother in that hospital?
and they all come over to him.
Right, come over to him, like.
Yeah.
That kind of put the GBs up. That was a bit like, ooh.
Did anybody jump at all with the phone ringing and the doorbell ringing? Because they were supposed to be jump points. They were.
Nah.
Anybody?
The one scene in there when the phone is ringing, but the lights are flickering as well. And then when she picked the phone up, no one. She said hello, and then she put the phone back down, and then the lights went out.
Yeah.
That bit was like fucking like a jump thing, like, but yeah.
That's another thing the film does. It makes you feel like something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And even at the very beginning, when he's excavating and he's the hole, and he's just putting his hand in the hole and then like digging it out really slow. I just kept thinking, what the fuck is going to jump out of that hole like? I feel like someone was just going to.
There's a bit where is it Chris, the mother?
Yeah.
She walks into this like utility room thing, and she's like ironing, and there's a clothes in her. By all accounts, Andrew fucking shit himself when he seen her, but he fucking bricked them boys. You see the clothes on that, he was done. Like I said, wait for the next part of the podcast, you get our reference.
The other part of this, right? Let Jesus fuck you.
Yeah.
Jesus, fuck you.
Fuck me. Fuck me.
She's fucking a guy with a cross. Like, fuck him. Yeah.
Do you know what your cunting daughter did?
Shocked, like I said, that is all shocked. Like years ago when this film first came out, you wouldn't have seen that type of stuff on.
It didn't come over here on VHS till 1999.
Nah.
Yeah, really?
Officially, anyway.
Officially, that's right.
Officially. Your mother's sex cock in hell.
She grabs her own mother and she grabs her head and goes, lick me, lick me.
That was disturbing as well. Like, the fact
that is the only reason this film didn't come over here. That's what they banned the film for, was those few words and that bit.
That was all good.
That's only they wasn't for the fear or the terror, which was what they were claiming with people being sick and fainting. Yeah.
Even the scene when she came down the stairs and you got Chris having all the fucking people over and she stands there going, "You're gonna die up here," and then started peeing on the fucking floor.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was fucking like proper thing, wasn't it? Creep like proper.
That was proper. I thought that was the best bit.
Because
that made me feel like it was real.
The guy himself is an astronaut, isn't he? So I did a bit of research on it, like, and they're saying he's an astronaut, and he said that's what he said, like, you're gonna die up here.
Right, didn't know that.
So,
no, I didn't know that. Well done, Andrew. Well done. Have you noticed that every single movie these days pull an Exorcist where it's like the scariest movie ever made, people fainted, and there's like nearly every horror movie now they bring out this fucking shit.
That's why I hate horror. I just don't like it. Like, and it's a shame because it's films like Hereditary, which is the type of horror I like, where it's more on edge and creepy, rather than just constantly scared.
Well, I want you to watch this already. I want your thoughts. I really do.
I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it soon because what I've heard of it anyway is more like what I like in horror.
I thought it was shit personally.
Yeah, but then like it's the same thing. Like you like horror, you like to be scared, whereas I like to be creeped out. So, but like you said, I agree with it because every horror film comes with the scariest horror film ever made, and people fainted while in the theaters, and they got it in the adverts and stuff. Like,
yeah,
the woman out because she's. I mean, like, drink allowed to scare us that much.
Can someone explain to me the Saint Christopher?
Saint Christopher.
Who put the cross under the pillow? Was it the priest that she gave the Saint Christopher?
Not the cross, the Saint Christopher necklace.
No, but I know that.
That's itself.
I was a medallion. I thought it was a medallion, wasn't it? A necklace.
The priest put it there, didn't he? It's like a protection, isn't it?
It came from the hall, didn't it?
It came from the hall, from the find.
Very beginning. He found it.
Yeah, so what was the purpose of it?
That's interesting.
It's protection, isn't it? It's to protect the demon from fucking escaping because he come from the hole. So, I put it down to the fact that it's like a protection amulet.
So they put that there, like, years ago or something. They buried it together. Like.
Yeah, but it was out in its period time as well, right?
Yeah.
So it was out in its period time.
Well, yeah, who put the cross under the bed?
Then it turns up in a house in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the priest got there.
But the father put it in fucking the house, didn't he? When she gave it back to her, did she? And you can have that back.
Yeah, but in the very beginning, when they excavated it, the little demon.
Yeah.
They found that medallion with it.
Yeah, you just have to put it down to the fact that was shipped off to America at some point. You just have to put it down to that.
There is no
storyline
for it.
Yeah, but does it need to be? You just know it's there, and then it's there.
That's what I'm saying. But why is it there? Like Saint Christopher with this ancient demon.
Because, like I said, they obviously put it there as a protection spell to stop that demon from fucking being released. Which is essentially what they done at the start. They released that demon by digging it up.
This recently.
Yeah.
So that's been put back because obviously Saint Christopher went around the same time as this demon.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, where's the original? When was that demon first released? Like,
well, we don't know, do we? Where is it a prequel? I'm sure it's a prequel. This film, I'm sure it is.
No, there's Exorcist 2, isn't it? Which is when she's a bit older.
I thought one of them was a prequel.
Oh.
Exorcist 3, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, who put the cross under the pillow? Do anyone know?
That's another one I don't know.
No.
Where did that cross come from?
Well, I said, why the fuck is she stabbing herself with it? What's the purpose? What's the benefit? I don't know.
Shock. It's a shock. You aren't going to have a purpose. It's a demon. Like you say, demons are tricksters and they can do whatever they want and they lie and there is no purpose behind that, Steve.
Right, fair enough. Did you notice there's actually...
I would have said it more into it. They seem to have looked into it. Like I said, what we just pulled up with a medallion. They obviously thought of it, didn't they?
I said they put the work in, but they haven't necessarily put it across on the screen.
Yeah.
Half-heartedly put on the screen.
Yeah.
Did you notice that there's actually 2 actual reverends in the film?
Right, I'm sorry, boys, but I just read piano that in the book it was Carl who put the crucifix under the mattress, but he denied any light. But in the book it was Carl who done it.
Which one's Carl?
The butler, wasn't it?
The butler, yeah.
Oh, it was
But
the butler.
yeah, in the book it was him that done it, but obviously they didn't say in the film he denied it. He lied.
They wanted to hide it so it would make it more creepy and smooshy.
So now there's parts in there now, like for me, like I said, it was, you know, I said it just now, but it goes a lot about psychiatry versus satanic devil worship, and not worship, but you know, versions and lights. I think Father Karras, he says to do that, he says I'd have to send the girl back to the 16th century to do the exorcism because it's just not a thing. And modern medicines have replaced devils with paranoia and schizophrenia. Yeah, that's pretty much what the film was. Yeah. And the only reason it's been made infamous is the sexual and swear words.
But
the fucking scariness of
it. Should we have a final thoughts, boys, before we go on to the interview with Spooky Show?
I liked it. I thought it was a good film. I think it's not scary. If you like creepy movies, like I do, instead of just scary films, I think it's worth a watch. Just the subtle little like face of a demon flashing, and you know, just little like, the imagery, and that's the like the imagery of the film. Yeah. Creepy.
But for me, I think it was more. Sorry, Mark. I thought it was more shock. If there's a lot of shocks in this movie.
There is a shock value to it.
There's a lot of shocks, and there's a lot. It's like you said, it's creepy, but there's a lot more shock than creepy for me. It's a bit like, did that happen? Type thing. But Steve, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. At the end of the day, like, it's regarded as one of the top 10 horror films of all time. It was the highest grossing film up until recently. For me, you know, I seen in the Congress. Is it the Library of Congress in America as culturally, historically, aesthetically significant? Really, personally, it's a film that got its, you know, praise from saying swear words. It's got its notoriety and its scare from the 70s, where it's crap. I'm sorry, it's just rubbish. There's too many loose ends in the film. There's not enough explanation. I'm sure the book was much better and they put more detail in it, but it just didn't come across on the screen. The biggest, scariest part, again, there's a drunk alcoholic taking care of an unconscious child.
Andrew?
And he was proper creepy.
Yeah, great movie to watch. I fucking thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, the acting in there and the music in there is spot on. Even the Regan role, like even the fucking when she was possessed, like the way she came across was fucking spot on. Like it's good movie to watch.
For me, easy score for me, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, same here.
4, and I'd rather watch the series again than the new series. Yeah, 2 seasons of it, much to and it deals with it and it dealt with it so much better than the original film.
Andrew, score?
Strong 8.
Morgs? But can we all also realise that Steve's opinions doesn't matter because the motherfucker thinks Predator 2 is better than Predator 1, so that's just.
Hey, tell me I'm wrong.
He likes awful. He has really bad opinions in movies. He hated Whiplash. He hated Mad Max. He hates everything. Anyway, we're going to leave you now with an interview we done and a quiz with Kait from the Spooky Show. It's pre-recorded, so obviously some of us are not dressed up and some of us are dressed up differently. But I hope you enjoy. Hi guys, we're here with Kait from the Spooky Show. Hi Kait, thanks for coming on the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your podcast?
Yeah, so I'm 26. I live in Washington, D.C. in the U.S. And I started my podcast called Spooky Show in around July. Being during this pandemic, being in quarantine, I was like, I need to do something creative and productive. And I've been into spooky stuff all my life. So I really, I wanted to do a podcast that kind of had everything that's spooky in one spot. So like true crime, ghosts, conspiracy theories, like just anything scary.
Cool. You actually just killed my first question, though. Because my first question was going to be... So, go on, Steve.
Why does a pandemic bring out the spooky?
It didn't really bring out the spooky. It was more that it brought out me wanting to be creative. And I was just thinking about like what I really liked. And that happened to be spooky stuff.
All things scary and creepy and spooky, nothing wrong with that. But like, my first question was going to be, what made you want to join the crazy world of podcasting? But you just answered that, so...
Yeah. And I mean, I also listen to... I love podcasts. Like I listened to so many of them, mostly like true crime ones. So I really just wanted to like, I'm like, why am I not doing this? I can do this. So I hopped on board.
That's exactly what I was like. I was listening to podcasts and I was like, me and Steve and my other friend, we just talk crap all day. We can do this.
Yeah. So
that's what it was. We just like, do you want to do a podcast? Yeah, we'll do a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if you find someone you have like good banter with, it's like, let's just record ourselves.
Exactly. Oh, we all hate each other. None of us like each other anymore. It's true. It's true. We really hate each other. You was, just before we start the show, you were saying about we're doing the 13 days of Halloween, you said?
Yeah, so it started on Monday, October 19th, and all the way up until Halloween, I'm putting out an episode a day. It's been really, really stressful, but we're in the swing of it now, and there'll be an episode every day until Halloween. I have topics like haunted stuff, conspiracy theories, some true crime cases, a lot of ghost stories, so check it out.
And where do you want to tell them where they'd find the podcast?
Yeah, I'm on Apple Podcasts. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Google Podcasts. I'm basically on like every podcasting app.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Mix up every time. I'll go, we're on them all. We're on them all.
Yeah, we're on them all. We're on them all.
Are you going to head in towards YouTube? I think I read somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to launch a YouTube. I'm not sure when yet. So just stay tuned for that. It's Spooky Show, YouTube. That's where you can find it when it's ready.
Yeah.
What are you looking to do on YouTube? What are you looking to do as the podcast? Are you going to say podcasts? Are you going to do scenarios or?
Yeah, I have so much, like with the episodes I do so much research on these cases and these conspiracies. So I'm like, I feel like I should do something else with all this information I have. So I think I'm going to start to just make videos of myself, like talking about them. So it's like a visual component.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the light-hearted and fun questions, I think. Anyway, what is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Hereditary.
I was listening to your podcast last night, and I know my other friend loves that film. He's like, Jar, you need to watch that film. It's amazing.
We were talking about this earlier.
Wasn't fussed. I really wasn't fussed. There was one scene at the end where I went, oh, and I think you know what scene that is? In the bedroom. That gave me the creep. He was like, oh! But apart from that, I found it quite boring.
I don't know what it was. Like I can handle pretty much anything. Like I love the scary stuff, but that for some reason just really like I won't watch it again. It was that scary.
So it came up in conversation with us earlier. I said it was one I've heard about and I want to see. And then I heard that it was like this scary, creepy film. And then Jared and Dane both had different, responses. One hated it, one loved it.
Dane, our other friend, who's actually a member of this podcast, but he's not you, he loved it. And for me, it was like, apart from that scene at the end and the shock scene with Charlie, I don't know, I might go and rewatch it again with the second sight. And see what. Well, let me just ask the boys real quick now. Because I don't actually know this.
Yeah.
What's you guys' scariest horror film?
Mine.
I'm going.
Body Snatchers, 1959 Body Snatchers. That's the scary one.
Andrew, you say you want going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Nothing scares you, but
that's right, bud.
Nothing is scary in that film.
No. Nothing at all.
It's because he hasn't got a concentration. He doesn't watch them. He watches the first 10 minutes, skips to the end, and they all live happily ever after.
Spot on, man. Spot on.
For me,
I was saying, like I said, I watched The Host. Like I said, when I got introduced to The Host, like I watched that, but again, I wasn't even scared. Like, so, yeah.
he's mad for this Host. He's saying to us, boys, you need to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. I don't even know what it is. I've never heard of it.
I never seen it.
No.
Is it about a Skype meeting or a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, Zoom meeting it is. Yeah, so they do like a when they were all together with the candles, and then and then basically stuff happens. So yeah,
That's cool. For me, I'd have to say the first time watching it, The Strangers, that film scared the absolute crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie, I cracked myself.
That one's scary.
Is strangers ghosts, or is it more of a murderers?
It's more murder. It's more people with masks on.
Okay.
Outside terrorising this couple, and just creep me right out there. I'm not gonna lie, really creep me out.
I think realistic ones freak me out more. Not to say like ghosts and all. I'm skeptical, whatever. But I think ones when it's murderers freak me out more. But I've always said it, and it's a goofy one because it's known as not a very good film, but it's Paranormal Activity. And I think it's because it's not seeing what it was that freaked me out more. Is the fact that I was constantly on edge thinking, what is it? And I think it's like the imagination is scarier than what you can see. Because most of the time, once I see the monster or the ghost, I'm a bit more like, because it takes a while to reveal them. It's kind of scarier until it's revealed, and then you're like, oh, and then you get used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, for me,
sticking on the topic of movies, nice question for you, yeah. Well, I'm saying nice. Do you think you'd actually survive in an horror movie if you knew all the horror tropes? If that makes sense.
Actually, no. I don't think I would survive.
You'd still run up the stairs if you're getting chased instead of out the front door?
No, I would still run out the front door, but I just still think it would get me. Like, I still don't think I would stand a chance.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, I mean, my response to, like, terrifying things is, there's fight, flight, or freeze, and I always freeze. So I think I would just be frozen and I would still die.
Steve, do you want to tell her about your wife, Jackie, and her strange relationship with horror movies?
Ooh.
My wife doesn't watch horror movies. She's terrified of them. She doesn't watch scary series, fictional, the horror side of things. But yet she does watch all the true crime. She's happy to watch all the real life murderers and psychopaths and all these other terrifying things. She's the one that falls asleep watching it on a tablet to fall asleep too. But yet she won't watch Walking Dead because it's too scary.
I talk about that on my show too, about how interesting that is. Like how some people don't like scary movies, but the real life stuff they have no problem with. It's so strange. I don't know what that
I'm
is.
the other way around. I'm completely the other way around. I'd rather the fictional than the true. Definitely.
Yeah. I think it's like because the true crime stuff, like you can't really see it. Like, this stuff happens and you just hear about it, but with the horror movies, you're kind of watching it unfold.
Yeah. The movie's telling you the true crime is putting it up there with the imagination, isn't it?
Yeah.
You still kind of read the book when you're watching the true crimes because you only get the information, so you're putting your own images there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's my take on it, at least.
Yeah.
So, as you said yourself, you cover quite a lot on your podcast. You do the true crime, the horror, the movies, anything spooky, really. Is there any story or event that actually really freaked you out and stayed with you?
That happened on the show? On the show, or like something that happened to me?
Right.
Yourself.
Oh, to me.
Yes.
So I actually have never had like a paranormal experience or anything, which is kind of disappointing for someone who loves them. But my cousin did, and she was on my first episode of 13 Days of Halloween, and I kind of take that as my ghost story too, because I like grew up with this. she was in Costco after our grandmother had passed away, and she saw a woman standing on line in front of her who looked just like my grandmother, holding these flowers. And the cashier was like, "What are these flowers for?" And the lady said, "They're for my grave."
Yeah, I was listening to this.
Yeah, and then the flowers were like on the grave, on my grandma's grave after, and no one had put them there. It was, creepy.
I was listening to that last night, funny enough, and it did make my stand up.
I know.
Definitely.
I know, and she was like, "I don't know if this was a dream or not." And I'm like, I just believe that, ghosts or paranormal things make themselves known in like really weird ways. And even if it was a dream, I think it's still kind of like a message coming to you.
For me, I think what freaked me out, I see a lot. Like I said, I'm a big horror fan myself, but recently the Watts family murders, that played on my mind a little bit. Just for the fact that you've seen the videos of them being an happy family in the photos, and for some guy to do that to his own family.
This is the builder guy, is it?
The American builder next door.
Yeah, I saw this years ago, and I was telling Rihanna when she started watching it. When my partner started watching it, I was like, I've seen this, and I saw it documented somewhere else, but obviously, I don't know. It's like a re-release or something. I don't know.
It's just horrifying. It's the fact that you can.
Yeah, it's creepy, isn't it?
I did an episode on it, and it's awful because the wife, the one who was murdered, was an MLM. She, documented her life online so much. So you see all the real life footage, and it just hits so much harder.
It does, yeah. And you see the little kids, and you just think, how can anyone do that to children, even your own children?
To their own kid.
It's just it's terrifying. The real world is way more terrifying. Have you actually seen the released footage from the K9 units with the voices in the background?
No.
They think
no.
That freaked me out. There's footage online where the K9 units are going through the house and they're picking up EVPs.
Oh, like.
And you can hear an EVP of somebody going, "I'm with Cece," and Cece's the little daughter.
No way.
And you can hear a little kid laugh as well, and you can see the coppers and they go in, "What was that?" And you can see the cop, and it's real life actual footage from the police. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, look it up on YouTube. It's brilliant. It's really good.
Because another one that I noticed came up was when it's revealed or the neighbor shows him the CCTV. And then he shows a fetus, and then the dripping in.
Yeah, I've been told about it. I haven't noticed that yet.
I noticed the fetus when I watched it, and I said, "Oh, that was weird." See, like, looks at the TV, and there's a fetus pops up.
Yeah, because she was pregnant, wasn't she, at the time?
She was pregnant, and then as he said something else, like a skull with oil dripping on it. Obviously, the children.
They were buried in the. Oh, didn't you get that? Ooh.
Yeah, it was an oil barrel. So that's kind of weird too.
Horrifying, absolutely horrifying. So, our question for you, I suppose: the paranormal, believer or skeptic?
Kait?
You moved it. We've lost your signal. We can cut this. It's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm running get a drink super quick.
You got questions as well, Steve, haven't
you? Yeah, I got loads.
Yeah, no worries, but I got 3 more, and then you can carry on then, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Socks, if anything?
Yeah, I just nicked my one. The one of them was basically, has it been a spooky story or a story that you end up playing?
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I just asked the question again. So, wait for Morgan. So, the paranormal, skeptic, believer, or half and half?
Oh, I fully believe in it, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know like the rules around it, like who gets to become a ghost or like, how they make themselves known. But I definitely believe in like energies. And I think that when, someone passes away, their energy doesn't just die, and that there's, I fully believe in it.
That's cool. Would you spend the night in an haunted house?
Yes.
Me too. We're actually, I'm planning on doing that for the podcast actually. Yes. When COVID's over and we're actually allowed to get together, we're actually
really
gonna spend the night.
No, hang on now, Jared. Kate, did you just notice something then? He's going to spend a night in a haunted mansion, yeah? But he's going to take some friends because he's just scared.
Steve.
Okay.
Steve, I'm going to cut you up to you all night, but you can protect me.
Not spooning at me whatsoever. Never again.
Yeah, I want to even like... Have you guys heard of the Amityville Horror House?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up by that house, and it's for sale right now, and I'm like, I want to buy it. Like, I would live there.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Hey, but that the DeFeo family? I'm sure they were the DeFeos, weren't they?
What was that?
The DeFeo family it was, wasn't it? The DeFeo, yeah, I thought so, yeah.
The Feo family, yeah.
Do you think
haven't they changed the front of the house now? Haven't they changed the style of the windows and the likes to stop people visiting? And
I was gonna say, do you think it'd bring a higher price or lower price on market because of that?
Oh, higher massively, obviously.
I thought it would have been lower because it's a murder house.
Well,
I don't care,
I was gonna say, you'd think it'd be lower because obviously it's haunted, no one wants to live in, but I think there's more people who'd want to live there now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want to live there. It's $850K in US dollars. Yeah.
Like, is that high for the area? I don't know. Is it?
That's actually not that high. I mean, it's a 3-story place on Long Island, which is like a rich area on the water.
It's a beautiful. It is a beautiful looking house as well. To be fair, it's really good looking house.
Yeah. It is nice.
What do you think for you? What do you think is the most creepiest medium for horror? Like, so video games, movies, books, or TV show? Which to you is the creepiest? Is the scariest?
I think movies, and also surprisingly books, which is kind of, I don't think a lot of people would guess that, but there have been times when I'm reading some Stephen King books or something where I'm like terrified at night.
It could be, it's the same thing as I said earlier. It's probably your imagination is scarier than anything.
Like, for me, video games, hands down, is the scariest medium for me.
I would say that too.
Like, I was playing a game the other night called Maid of Sker, or Sker, and it's based on a true story from Wales, where we live. And I was playing it, and it was dark, and it was like, nope, turn it off. I physically just couldn't walk down that corridor. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
That's how I was when I played it in VR, when the Resident Evil, it was like, nope. It was like, no,
Wow.
seconds. I was like, no.
I just can't do it.
Oh, VR would be really scary.
Way too scary for me.
It was the same when me and Jared played Dead by Daylight, wasn't it, Jared? Even that game, even from the beginning, you think it's a jump scare, or you turn one side and you got them there trying to catch you. So, yeah.
Yeah, you screamed like a little girl every time, so.
trying to run, yeah, it doesn't happen.
Every time he screams. Steve, got some questions?
Yeah, Kate. You touched on it just now about how much research you do. What depth do you enjoy going into these crimes, paranormal, conspiracy theories? How deep do you sort of immerse yourself in these things?
Oh gosh, very deep. I do so much. I guess it kind of depends on what I'm talking about. If it's a true crime case, I don't want to go that deep just because those are tougher. I mean, for me researching, and I think for listeners too, it can be kind of rough. But for like horror films and stuff, I go very deep because, I want to be educated on the film and the themes and the symbols and everything. So It kind of depends. Sometimes I could spend hours researching, like the Watts family I did, and I researched it. I watched the documentary, and by the end, I was like so upset. Like it really stuck with me.
So how do you choose which crimes you want to research? What drives you toward those particular ones?
So sometimes I think if one needs more attention, like, more people should know about this case, or like with the Watts family one, the documentary just came out, so I wanted to do an episode on that. Or I get requests from people who are like, can you do this one?
Yeah.
Do you prefer to do the older sort of cold cases or more recent?
So far I've done more recent, but I am going to get more into cold cases and stuff. I personally, I mean, they are the most important to get the word out, but also I hate not having like a solid ending. It bothers me.
Well, can I put a request in for one of your future podcasts, Kate?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to cover Shadow Men. All this fascinating me.
Shadow Men, yeah.
Shadow Men.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
All this fascinating me, Shadow Men. I've listened to a few podcasts and it's still, when I listen to it, it's like, oh, no thanks. Or Black Eyed Kids. Have you heard of Black Eyed Kids?
No.
Yes, I have.
That scares the crap out of me.
What's that?
Kids turning up out of nowhere and they just like creepy and they got black eyes, just all black. And people witness them.
Children of the Corn sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd either one, punch him in the face, or two, run.
Both.
Punch him then run.
Yeah.
There's one internet story that creeps me out. Is what's it called? The Dream Man or something? The Man from the Dream or something? And there's an image of a man that multiple people have claimed has turned up in their dream. And it's really creepy. It just creeps me out. It's just plain image of a man. Like, it's so strange. Yeah, it's freaky. So listening to it.
I'm writing these all down.
I think it may be like just a creepypasta thing. But
maybe, yeah. And I'm sure there's some great legends in Wales you can cover as well, Kate, if you ever want to do it. Yeah. I don't know of any myself right now, apart from the Sker house, which is supposed to be the most haunted house in Britain. I've done a bit of research on it, and that's quite creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, terrifying backstory to that, actually.
Yeah, I'll do it all. I'm doing, tonight I'm recording the history of, like, burials and why we bury bodies. Yeah, because me and my cousin on my episode were talking about, like, why do we do this? And I was like, this is a good question. I'm going to research and do an episode about it. So
that is a good question, actually.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there an unsolved murder? Which unsolved murder or crime fascinates you the most?
Oh my God, there's so many. There's so many.
Just one that's really, really fascinates you and you think, strange.
Right now, the one that comes to mind is Maura Murray. Do you know that one?
No, I can't say I do.
No.
Okay, so this happened in the U.S. This girl leaves college one night, gets in the car, and then is never like heard from again. But they find her car, and like there's alcohol bottles in the back, and all her stuff's back there, but she's gone, and no one knows where she is to this day. And this happened in like the 90s, I want to say.
Yeah. What is that called? So I can write it down. What's her name? Sorry.
It's Maura Murray.
I'm listening.
No, so this happened in 2004, and yeah, they found her car on the side of the road after she went missing, and she just has not been seen or heard from since. And it bothers me so much because I just want to know what happened.
I actually listened to one the other day about Cindy Makepeace. Have you heard of her?
I don't think so.
I won't spoil it for you, but it's bizarre. It's really, really bizarre. If you want to look into that would be a really good one you could cover on your show. I think it'd be suited for your show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's more true crime it is, but it's like weird, very weird. I really enjoyed it.
So Kate, just to go back on one or two things then, all right? Mm-hmm. I just want to point out that Jared did explain with these black-eyed kids that he would punch them and then run away.
Yes.
I don't quite believe that, personally. Just want to bring this up now, right? It'll be a short, shrill, a slap, and then scary. That's as far as I can do.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably fall on my way.
Yeah, you got to get the shrill in there.
Oh.
Number two, quick straight answer. What is your favorite Stephen King?
It.
Don't think about it, say it.
I think it is. I mean, well, I know that's really cliche, but it is one of my all-time favorite books. So it made me laugh. It made me cry. I think it's like my desert island book, the one I would take on a desert island. It's the most popular for a reason. I love it so much.
I did try reading it, but I realised how big it was. And it was like, let's put the film on.
It's huge. It's huge. It took me a long time, but it's so good. It's so good.
I heard it's brilliant, yeah.
The question, a question is then, do you prefer the original movie or the remake?
She's talking about the book, Andrew.
I know that, but it's a movie as well,
I know.
mate.
We know you don't know what a book is, right?
All right, no worries.
And you're still on preschool books, but still.
You open them. You don't press the button. You open them.
No.
There's something with words, Andrew.
We've had this discussion before about remakes and stuff. So the question was the same: would you prefer the original or the remake?
Honestly, I like the remakes.
They were good. The first
They
one
are really
creeped me
good.
right out.
The first one's very, very scary, but also it's like so long, and I don't think it holds up very well.
The clown. I didn't find the clown as scary in the original.
Yeah, and also the other.
I don't know, Tim Curry.
So funny.
Tim Curry played him brilliantly, but I think the makeup.
Yes.
The new one with all the teeth and shit really freaked me out. Playing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it held up very well today.
I'm in remake 3. I am.
Halfway.
Right then. Kait, true crime, conspiracy theories, unsolved mysteries, horror films, paranormal encounters. What you go to? What pulls you in more?
I think maybe paranormal encounters, because when someone comes to me and they're like, I have a ghost story, I'm like all in. I am so fascinated because I guess, I've never experienced it. There's a lot of people who don't believe in it. And I just want all the evidence that I can gather that ghosts are real.
There's a lot. Like I've always been into the paranormal myself, and there's a lot that I watch or listen and I'm like, I can explain that. That's nothing. But there's one or two things that come to me. It's like, ooh, I can't explain it. Like, and that just that 1%. It only needs that one story, that one proof, and then everything else then doesn't matter. Just because you just need that one bit of proof of the paranormal.
Yeah,
and that's what's
like
great about it.
It's fun too. Like, true crime is just awful and sad most of the time, but paranormal stuff you can have so much fun with.
I think these days paranormal is very different to maybe 100 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
When there was a lot more people who believed in it, there was, your local stories, the exotic stories.
Yeah, and now
do you when you're reading these murders or these paranormals, do you prefer the local stuff or do you prefer something far away which is a bit more exotic? Because you could be looking at something in Wales and thinking that's very exotic. It's not.
Yeah. I guess maybe both, I want to say. I know that's not very exciting, but I think they're both like this very fascinating. I guess exotic ones more so in a way because I've probably never heard of it. And I'm like learning something new, especially something about like history that I otherwise wouldn't have known.
Can I just ask you as well? You're doing this 13 days to Halloween. Why?
Well, my show is called Spooky Show, so I felt like I needed to do something big for spooky season. Like I couldn't just let that flop. So I was like, what could I do? And I thought of this Halloween special.
So
honestly, we just do one special and that's it. We're boring when it comes to that, especially Steve.
Yeah, well, I don't recommend doing 13 days in a row because it's a lot of work, and I have not slept.
We used to do a topic, actually. Well, I used to do it called Myths, Tales and Legends, which I actually actively enjoyed. But Steve got bored. Steve? You grizzled Steve.
Oh my God. Do you know what? That is someone blaming somebody else for his own lack of attention.
I was going to say, didn't he get bored of doing it?
Yeah.
We all wanted it, I'm sure.
I'm bringing it back. I'm going to bring it back. Don't worry, I got so much on the back burner to think about.
So, Kait, has there been any stories that you thought you're unable to air on the podcast that you thought would be good for the podcast?
That I have been unable to air. I don't know if I've come across any yet, but I'm sure that there would be. I think I'm kind of skeptical about airing anything that has to do with like not well, I did the Chris Watts case, which is child murders, but like, you know, pedophiles and stuff, that kind of makes me very uncomfortable, and I don't want my audience to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Do you ever get like flagged or anything for your videos?
No,
nothing.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Well, not yet, obviously. Yeah.
What paranormal entity or creature scares you the most in movies or books or anything?
Oh, in movies, it's like little kids.
Same. I said to Morgan, Morgan, what I said to you?
I think I
Victorian children.
Yes.
If they're dressed in Victorian clothes, I'm gone.
Like, the little girl in the nightgown? No.
No. Like, that film, what film was you on about? Insidious?
Insidious.
There's that one scene, that little kid, and he don't even do much. That scared the entire crap out of me. I was done. I done me in, kid. I was like, no, not watching no more.
Yeah, I don't like little kids. Don't like it.
No, I can't do it.
What about you? Shining.
Oh, no.
Oh, Shining.
What about you, lads? What scares you, apart from Andrew? He's scared of nothing.
Me, the unknown. That thing the thing that is there in the background or in the dark or in the corner, that's what scares me. The thing is in the side of your eye.
You know what that is, don't you? That harkens back to his wife. He's scared of his wife, and she's always there in the corner staring at him. That's what it is. Terrified.
Was it Hereditary where they put ghosts and stuff in the background of the movie?
No, I thought that was a louse. Haunted of a louse.
Was it? They were just with random faces and things, so you would see it. I think if that's what you're talking about, that sort of.
I know they did that on the TV show. Like, the TV show A Louse. I know they've done that.
Yeah, I remember it was something.
I think for me, this all goes back to when I was a kid, and on a Saturday you'd watch the Hammer Horror double bill, and it would finish about 7 o'clock in the evening, and then my older brother and sister would send me to the chip shop up the local road, because they knew they'd get their fish and chips nice and early and warm.
To be fair, Steve, did they have electricity in when you was a kid? Did they have street lights?
Did have street lights, but we also had power cuts that happened an awful lot, and they would turn the power off every now and then as well. It wasn't just power cuts, but they couldn't produce enough electricity when I was there.
That's how old you are.
That's all. When you're walking up your street to go and get those chips, and the dogs in the back of the houses are barking every now and then, and it's not every street light that's on, it's every other street light's on, and you were scurrying from the one to the next. That's where
we both know nothing stopped you going to the chip shop, but nothing.
Nothing.
The chips are always on time.
Honestly, Kate, my brother works in a local chip shop, and he tells me Steve is there 3-4 times a day.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous. 3-4 times a day is your job.
Yeah, I paid for his wedding.
That's great.
Kate, how do you choose your guests for your particular show?
So most of the time people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I'm really into this case, or I have this ghost story. Can I come on? And I'm just like, yep, let's do it. And we set up a time. And then there's some I reached out to, like one of my guests, Kelly, she loves horror films. So I was like, hey, do you want to come on and talk about it? So mostly I would say it's people coming to me saying they want to talk about something.
Sorry, Steve, you recently spoke about It Follows on one of your podcasts, the film.
Yes.
I absolutely love that film. I think it's amazing. I love that
film too.
Steve watched it and he didn't like it, but Steve's got the worst taste in movies ever.
I enjoyed it, but it's herpes.
I love it so much.
It's not herpes. You can't get rid of herpes, Steve. You can't get rid of herpes. You can get rid of it, but you can't get rid of herpes.
You pass it on.
You do pass it on.
So is it a virus or is this a monster or something?
Which one? No, which one?
It's an
movie,
it.
like
Just it.
Not herpes.
Kind of like The Thing.
No. I'd rather, to be honest, I'd rather not spoil it for you, because I think just watch it.
It's really good.
How would you, if you had it following you, Kate, how would you get rid of it? And you didn't know how to do it, obviously, at the time. So you can't just go Steve, just tell me.
I would.
What would you
Would
try?
you guilty passing it on though? Would you be
I know, I
fine,
don't-
or would you take the responsibility?
Oh, I would pass on to someone I don't like. I would just pass it on to my mortal enemy, probably. Yeah, I want to get rid of that thing.
Yeah, but you have to get him to sleep with you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Think about it.
No.
That's fine, as long as I can
My
get
mate-
rid of it.
Sacrifice.
My mate Dane said, just dig an hole. You know, just dig an hole. I was like, it's still not going to work. Would that work?
Dig a hole.
I don't know. Would that work?
I don't know. I'm
I
probably
mean,
find a
When
way.
youth would have it.
Kate, with all your knowledge and all your experience and all the reading and watching you've done, how would you get rid of a body?
Oh my god, I can't give that away. I don't want to give anyone any ideas.
My wife tells me every other week.
I can
Okay.
get rid of you, Steve, easily.
Um.
I'm not telling you what
Hypothetically, you know, we all know you're not a killer. None of us are killers. But hypothetically,
Yes.
Nobody
Okay.
knows.
If you, I don't recommend doing this, but if I had to get rid of a body, I would definitely put it. I would throw it. I would take a boat and like go in the middle of the ocean and get rid of the body there, because people throw the bodies in the lakes and that's like not good. They're gonna come back up, but in the ocean, it's probably gone forever.
no, for me, just go to a graveyard. Just get a freshly dug grave. Sorry, dug for you, isn't it? The last place you're gonna look is
It's actually a good idea.
No, Andrew.
It's actually a
do you
good
wanna tell
idea.
her? Do you want to tell her yours?
So you dig it a bit deeper, you mean, yeah?
Yeah, just dig it a bit deeper. Check it in, cover it up.
Yeah, that's a fair.
You honestly think he's going to go to that much effort?
It's a good
And
idea.
He's going to throw it and go like this. Fingers crossed. That's all he's going to do.
I get Steve to dig the hole. Andrew, how did you? What did you yours again?
I put mine in the back of a car, drive to the place, dig a hole
To the place.
by a field with little bit of trees, as I said, little bit of trees, and then burn the car and then walk home.
You're gonna get caught instantly, man. It's gonna go, hang on, there's a car burning there. They're gonna fall on the
know.
tracks. Then it's freshly dug. Oh, he's screwed.
Firemen turn up, police follow. What's this? Hang on, we saw a guy walking down the lane 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Thing is, you haven't gone to a field. He's gone to the local football field. You haven't gone far.
This'll do. Just got in the circle.
Is there a narrator's voice that...
I have my cat.
Oh, and all black.
It's all black.
All black.
I have my all black cat.
My cat's all black. She's evil. Pure evil she is.
He's evil too.
It must be the black thing.
Yep.
Is there a narrator's voice that you love? You know, when you listen to these podcasts or audio books and that kind of thing, is there a particular person's voice that sort of just brings up that horror, brings up that fear, sadness, all these emotions?
So I like the classic true crime podcast, My Favorite Murder. I love that one. And Karen Kilgariff, she's one of the hosts. Her voice is like one of my favorite voices. And I do fall asleep listening to it.
I do that all the time. I listen to paranormal podcasts in the night constantly.
Yeah.
And I've woken up some nights, I've gone, and there's his voice in it, and I've cracked myself. I
Or you
shouldn't do
have
it.
or you have a dream about what they're talking about.
Yeah,
that happens
done
to
that.
me. Yeah.
Terrifying.
Oh, God.
Like last night, I fell asleep listening to you. No, I'm not. That's not saying the podcast boring or anything. I'm saying
Your relaxing voice.
just relax, and I was gone.
Yes, yes.
Another good podcast. If you're interested, hang on.
Stop
What?
it. Why are you listening to murders and paranormal and fear for bedtime? Why?
That's
I
what I'm
know.
into. That's what I love. I just proper into that. Like one of my favourite podcasts right now is a podcast called Scared to Death. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Dan Cummins, and it's fantastic. It's probably one of my favourites right now. It's him and his wife, and he literally just tells you ghost or paranormal stories and tales, and it's fantastic. Some of the stories on there creep me right out, and I mean really scared me. Like,
Oh yeah. I like it's one I'm into, but also I like falling asleep to like a story. So I like like if telling stories makes me fall asleep. I mean, you do it for kids, so I like those stories, and I just fall asleep to them.
And the No Sleep podcast is another one. That's quite creepy.
Yes, I think I've listened to that one.
And really creepy.
Spooked is good.
Spooked, I'll write that one down.
Yeah.
So what is Halloween like in your house, Kait?
Halloween. Well, I'm not counting this year because there's a pandemic. I'm not really doing much, but yeah, I usually go all out. I get pumpkins everywhere, and I hang up like spooky lights, and my mom sends me decorations every year because she knows I love it. But I live in a studio apartment, so it's not like that crazy up in here.
When do you decorate?
I decorate usually like maybe in the middle of September. I start early.
Middle of
Yeah.
September. Over here, it's like one day, and it's
It's not one day. It's a whole season.
Exactly.
You say that. I love Halloween season. To me, autumn is my season. I love it.
Me too.
People around you have already started decorating, and I think it's brilliant.
We have
love Halloween. Halloween's always been my favourite. But this year,
I only have pumpkins around right now. I didn't hang up my lights because this cat right here destroyed them all. So.
Oh.
Are those pumpkins your friends, Kait?
Oh yes, I love them very much. They're my good friends. Beans is also my cat is also a decoration in of himself.
yeah, black cat.
Yep.
Right, any more questions? Is there anything you'd like to ask us, Kait? Anything at all?
How long have you guys been doing your podcast?
18 months.
18 months, yeah.
Since April last year.
I came in about 20 episodes ago. So I haven't been on here that long.
And do you guys have a guest every week, or do you guys just talk to each other? No,
it's normally us four. Like you're saying, our motto is basically is four guys basically in a pub having a drink and having a chat and banter. And then
I saw that.
And a quiz, and I don't know if we've done it yet, but there's a segment on our podcast called Dear Drew, where our listeners and people will actually ask Andrew a question, and it's gold. You need to listen to it. It's absolute gold.
If you have any questions, you can send them to Steve.
Right. I was gonna keep this actually for Dear Drew, but I need to do it now because I'm already you. Sorry, I'm sorry, Morgs, but I got to your Andrew answer.
This hopefully will be in the same episode as the creepy Dear Drews anyway.
Kait, I want you to do this. I'm hoping you can remember. But on a podcast I listened to, you asked your friend the basement question. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
You're not TikTok. Do you want to ask Andrew?
Yeah.
If you can remember it.
Live instead.
Okay. So the question is, let me see if I can remember it. It was, okay. You have to think of the most terrifying. There's a noise coming from downstairs in the basement. It's the most terrifying noise you can think of. What is it?
So what is the noise that would scare you the most, Andrew?
Yeah.
Steve, you can play along as well.
Oh, I don't know. Probably something to do with like a boiler rattling or something.
Just a normal noise. Just a normal noise. Just a noise that happens every day.
I know, but it could be louder than what it used to be like.
A broken boiler. A broken boiler.
A normal noise.
For me, it'd be a child singing, right? That's me. So.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, mine was...
the other thing...
No, Andrew, you stick with a broken boiler now,
but someone crying.
Okay.
Socks, you can't have everybody else's answer.
No, you can't. You've got to keep your own.
I'm not. What is it? Someone crying.
Yeah, you could use this boiler now. I can imagine him and his missus there. The boiler's broken. He's there going, oh! I bet he's going, a flipping boiler.
Mine was children whispering as well. So children whispering and giggling and stuff. Oh, that freaked.
What's yours, Steve?
See, no, mine's not good because what scares me the most is that moment of silence.
So silence. Nothing.
When the noise stops. That's what scares me the most.
So Steve, them creepy children have stopped fucking yapping. I don't like this. This is freaking me out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be any of those noises you described. It could be any of those. I'd be fine with that. It's that moment that noise stops.
That monster stops roaring.
I know what you mean. Oh yeah, the silence.
I'll tell you the other scary thing is when I'm in my house and it's dark and I hear the side gate go, then I hear the door open. There's no knock. But then the door opens and I hear that voice. Do it.
Steve! Steve!
Steve, put the kettle on.
The kettle on. Oh,
here we go.
Boys. All right, my lovers. So what's the next part, Kate, to the question?
So the next part is, so you hear this thing coming from downstairs, you go to check it out. It was how deep are the stairs and how many are there? So can you not see the bottom?
So the worst possible scenario, yeah?
Yeah. Is it many stairs to descend? What's it look like?
Andrew?
So describe the scary
Big
basement.
shit in my head. It's probably about 12 steps to the basement.
Okay. Scary number.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
true.
it.
Scary number.
13 is scary.
Yeah.
Not 12.
No, I think the most terrifying thing for me would be darkness. If it was just complete darkness, I couldn't see at the bottom, that'd be the most terrifying thing.
Yeah. I agree.
I think it's quite a lot of steps for me. It's like a long way down, sort of. And it's dark.
And then the next part is, what is down there when you get down there? The scariest thing that you can think of. What would it be?
I'm back to my back door, I am.
Andrew?
Oh. Scariest thing down there. Probably clothes that hanging up and drying or something. That could be something scary. I don't know.
The washing down there.
The laundry.
He's back to the temperature already.
Hanging on the hanging basket.
I know I should have stayed in the kitchen. Should have been ironing these in 10 minutes now.
She's terrified of the boiler sounds, right? 12 steps. And
Basement. That's what he's scared of.
he's just scared of a natural basement.
Yeah, literally. And apparently, this is like, this reveals something psychological about yourself. I don't know what it is, but I wonder what that means for you.
We've said after years, it's definitely something. Like for me, I'd say a Victorian child with his back to me, not looking at me, his back to me. Gone, but gone. Steve, for you, nothing. Silence, darkness.
Yeah, I've gone back to my back door again.
Me in the basement, Steve. Steve.
How are you down here, man? How do you get in?
I knew he never went on, Moggs. I knew he never went.
What about you, Moggs?
I don't know. It's kids again. It's like
Yeah.
seeing two creepy little pale-faced kids. Like,
Do you know what's also creepy as well, though? Old people.
Yes.
hey, that's another one. Old.
Yeah.
Kids and old people can fucking do one, like, do you know what I mean? They just, no thanks.
I wonder if it's because we, like, see them as closer to death. Like, do you know what I mean?
What, kids?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because kids have no longer been born, or like, not death then, but
Maybe it's because
in
like they don't
between.
have like
Yeah,
old people can be like senile a lot of the time, so they can be unpredictable.
yeah.
And the same with kids because they're not fully developed. So maybe it's like because they're unpredictable.
yeah.
It's creepy, isn't it?
You know, it's like when you see kids in a lot of horror movies, like following something. Like you can't see it, but they can, sort of thing, you know? Same with pets as well.
Talking about kids and old people, yeah. Have you seen that film with Nicole Kidman years ago? The Others, it's called.
Yeah.
Others. Have you seen that bit where there's a little girl and she's playing and she sort of goes and she turns around, it's like an old woman. It's like, no,
Yep.
Yeah.
The two most scariest things, kids and old people.
Mix them both together.
No, terrifying.
Done.
Right, any more, Steve?
Well, no, just to point out now that what you don't realise, Kate, is when it comes to Jared, he is an old person and a child at the same time.
Oh no, that's terrifying.
True.
That is so scary.
That's half true, it's half true.
Good question, Kate. Last one for me now, right? Harrison, your producer,
Uh-huh.
is he a baby?
Actually, He hates scary movies, so yeah, he kind of is a baby.
He sort of hides in the back, then you hear his voice coming every now and again.
He's not here right now, or I'd bring him on, but he's at work right now. But yeah, he's a big baby when it comes to scary movies and scary things. So it's funny because I'm like, I want to watch these movies and I'm into all this stuff, and he's like, nope, count me out.
Well, this is the thing, though. When you said that he will be on some of them, it was just my mind. I was thinking, yeah, big baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scared.
So when he's into it, he'll like chime in sometimes, but he's only on some of them. He chimes in sometimes.
Doesn't like it.
I don't like horror movies either, to be honest, that much. I like creepy films. I don't like the jump scares. Fucking hate it.
I don't like jump scares either, and I don't think that's what makes a good scary movie, in all honesty.
Same.
Okay, I'll tell you a little story now that happened to me and Morgan.
Okay.
He recently just moved into that house. So we was on a Skype call, right? And I knew, so it was just me and him, and he sat where he is, and I knew his partner was in work, and the door behind him was open. So I thought he just moved into that house. So as he's looking at me, I went, "Hey, Ree, love." He looks up, he goes,
and then he's typing
Ree behind you, wasn't it? No, I'm actually in work. Mark's honestly, I said, somebody just walked behind you, but I said, I thought it was Ree. He stood up, walked to the door, just closed the door.
I just went like this. I just went behind me and just slid there. I just kept the camera for some reason.
I terrified him in his own house.
That's so great.
It was horrible.
That is so great.
See? Right, anyone got any more questions? Yeah.
No, I'm good for myself. Ree. Kate. Have you enjoyed yourself? Do you want to plug anything? Have you got new projects on the go besides the run up to Halloween? What's after Halloween?
So after Halloween, I'm probably going to launch YouTube. So that's Spooky Show Pod on YouTube. My Twitter and Instagram are also Spooky Show Pod. And then my personal Twitter and Instagram is Bubbling Queen. And then I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv /mindsugar666. I stream every Tuesday. I play video games or I just talk. It's really fun. So you can check me out and find me there.
We'll probably put the links in the description of the show anyway, Andrew.
Yeah, as always. Yeah.
As always.
Okay, I'll send them over.
Yeah, brilliant. So we're going to move on to a quiz now, and you stay up for the end of the show quiz, is that right?
Yeah.
It's a bit of fun. It's a good laugh. It's a bit of fun, yeah.
Let's do it.
There's no prizes if we win, mind. That's the unfortunate thing. It's just bragging rights.
I don't know if I'm going to be any good, but let's do it.
You can't be as bad as Andrew, trust me. The man's terrified of coat hangers and coats. And just general basement, so he's terrified of his. What's the worst thing you can see, socks? Laundry.
Basement.
Washing hanging up and that.
John, he hates a crease.
He does. He does.
Right then, you ready to show quiz?
Who's doing the scores, Andrew? Good man.
Everyone ready, Kate? Right then,
What's the scoring system, Steve?
the scoring system is first one to answer correctly.
3, 2, 1.
So it's 1 point. No, it's not 3 to 1. It's 1 point for the first correct answer, and then another point if you're going to answer in order. This quiz is basically who died first.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give you 3 names, and you're going to shout out your name. And if you shout out your name first, you get to answer. So, everybody happy?
Yeah.
Kate, understand?
I'm good.
I'm going to give you 3 names. First one to shout out gets to answer.
So if you answer and you get it wrong, you're eliminated?
You're eliminated.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you will go to the next person.
Yeah, so do explain to shout out your name. Yeah, just shout out your name, and if one answer, explain that. Yeah.
If you get the answer correct, who died first, you get the bonus chance of giving me the order of who else died. If you don't get it, it doesn't get passed on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right then. Question 1. Who died first? Frank Sinatra, Richard Pryor, or Newman?
Morgan. Richard Pryor.
Nope.
Oh.
Ooh. So you 2 left.
Anybody else?
Jared. Oh, I was first. Was I first, Steve?
No.
Bollocks.
It's what I do. Go.
Hey,
Okay.
Paul Newman.
It's not.
Oh.
Quick, come on.
Andrew.
I can't remember the names.
Andrew.
Andrew, Frank Sinatra, Richard Pryor, Paul Newman.
Frank Sinatra.
Correct.
Frank Sinatra died
I
first.
couldn't remember who the third one was.
I don't know when they died. I have no idea.
Am I going to do the bonus one?
Absolutely, you've got the first answer right.
So Frank Sinatra, then I'm going to say Richard, and then the other one.
Richard Pryor was so Frank Sinatra 1998, Richard Pryor 2005, and the other one, Paul Newman, 2008. So correct. 2
I
points.
thought Sinatra was 80s for some reason.
See, this is the problem with this, no? It's very dodgy. Question 2. Princess Diana, Spike Milligan, Roy Rogers.
Jared.
Go on, Jared.
Jared. Roy
Yeah,
Rogers.
Roy Rogers? No. Kate, do you know who Roy Rogers is? Do you know who Spike Milligan is? Do you know Princess
I know Diana.
I know Princess Diana.
Diana? Of course.
I know the year of Princess Diana, but I'm going to say Andrew, Princess Diana.
Correct. 1 point.
Is it?
2 points.
No,
19 what?
truth. 97.
97, correct.
Sorry.
That's 2 points.
No, I'm going to do the list now, Jack.
Right, I got it, sorry.
Princess Diana 97, so I'm going to say 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
No. Spike Milligan is a British comedian. Kate, and Roy Rogers is the king of cowboys. He's all American. I'm disappointed in you, girl.
I don't even know.
We have restaurants called Roy Rogers.
Oh, dear.
Exactly. Question 3.
The same guy, maybe.
See, now Kate's going to struggle with these girls. Question 3. Polly Yates, Charles Bronson, Mother Teresa.
Jared. Paula Yates.
No.
Kate.
Paula Yates was married to Bob Geldof from what's it called?
I don't know.
What's it called? Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
I don't know any of
And
these.
Charles Bronson is the actor of Death Wish.
Oh, I thought you said Charles Manson.
He's still alive. He's still alive, isn't he?
He's in jail.
He's in
I
jail,
don't
isn't he?
know.
He recently got married as well, didn't he? Charles fucking...
Yeah.
No, you were thinking of Charles Bronson.
Bronson,
Dish.
No, Charles Manson died in 2017.
Yeah.
Did he? I
Manson
thought
died,
he was alive.
He died a few
Yeah.
years ago.
Never.
Right.
Soxy's thinking of Charles Bronson, the fucking...
The prisoner.
Our prisoner, yeah.
Right, okay.
So Paula Yates, Charles Bronson, and Mother Teresa, who died first.
So the actor Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I'll throw it out to Andrew.
Andrew?
Charles Bronson.
No. Morgan.
Paula
You can
Yates.
just...
I said Paula Yates. You're wrong.
Oh, did he?
Kate, there's only one answer left. Wait till I go for it.
Only one answer, Kate.
Mother Teresa.
Hey! 1 point. Do you want to give me the order of who died first?
Okay,
Mother
so
Teresa?
it was Mother Teresa died first, and then it was what was the one? Yates.
Paula Yates.
Paul Yates, and then
Charles
Charles Bronson.
Correct. 2 points.
Really?
2 points to the American.
Yes,
I don't know who those people are.
I guessed.
I tried guessing.
Well, I know who Mother Teresa is.
Yeah.
I tried guessing twice now, and I wasn't wrong.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an astronaut, I'm going to give you a comedian, and I'm going to give you an actor. Ready? Question 4. Neil Armstrong, Ronnie Barker, Heath Ledger.
Andrew. Neil Armstrong.
No.
Jared. Heath Ledger.
No.
Morgan.
I fucking knew it.
Morgan.
Woody Barker.
Ronnie Barker.
2005. I don't even know what it is.
You don't know who Ronnie Barker is?
The two Ronnies. The two Ronnies.
Ronnie Barker. Yeah, I know.
What is it? He said Woody Barker.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they said Woody Barker. Right.
For another point. Yeah.
Then who's the other one? Not Heath Ledger.
You've got Heath Ledger and Neil Armstrong.
Then Heath Ledger, then Neil Armstrong.
Correct.
Nice.
Can't catch a break. I genuinely can't catch a break.
Look, you're thick. It's not our fault.
That's Andrew.
I bet Kate doesn't know who Ronnie Barker is.
No, but I know I can't. But she should know Neil Armstrong. She should know Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
I do know Heath Ledger.
Neil Armstrong? You don't
And I know Neil Armstrong. And I know Neil Armstrong.
The guy who supposedly landed on the moon.
Supposedly landed on the moon.
Supposedly.
I just want to point out we're touching on dodgy ground, aren't we, Socks?
Yeah, you're right there, but
Foxy doesn't like talking about the moon anymore.
No, he don't. He doesn't like the moon, full stop.
why? Because it's the sun.
Because he genuinely thought that the sun and the moon were the same thing.
What?
Same planet. Same planet. None of them was a planet.
Same planet.
He genuinely thought that the sun and the moon was the same planet. He thought the sun goes down and the moon, it turns into, no, he thought the sun turns into the moon.
Because it's dark and goes down a bit.
That is so funny.
He also believes it was Lance Armstrong, the cyclist who landed on the moon.
Yeah, Lance Armstrong.
That was me. Told you that.
It was you. It was you. Yes, it was.
No,
it's on the podcast. You can't argue.
You can't deny it.
All right, whatever. No worries.
Right there. Question 5. Kate, have you noticed what's happening? Nobody knows these, but they're going to guess anyway. Shout out.
I love it.
Ready? Number 5, David Carradine, who is Kill Bill, yeah, and Kung Fu. You've got George Best, the footballer, and you've got Dudley Moore, the actor of Arthur and 10.
Andrew. George Best.
No.
Oh.
Jared.
Jared.
Dudley Moore.
Correct.
Yes! Finally!
Could you put him in order?
Dudley Moore?
I'm glad you went with Dudley Moore first, I gotta be honest.
George Best, then the other one.
Correct.
Wow.
I knew all that, but I knew all that. I wouldn't guess at all.
Question 6. Roddy McDowell, George Harrison, the Beatle, and Bob Hope, the king of comedy.
Jared. It's got to be Bob Hope, but Bob Hope died first, 100%.
You're right, it's got to be Bob Hope. Unfortunately, it's not.
So have we got Bob Hope?
Bob Hope, George Harrison, the Beatle, and Roddy McDowell. I'm not going to explain Roddy McDowell because he's famous to everybody.
Oh, I'm going to say Andrew.
Planet of the Apes.
Andrew.
No, Andrew's not on the list, Andrew.
No, that's fine. I'm going to say the Beatles died first.
The Beatle died first. No.
He didn't, did he? No. So Morgan.
Does anyone else want to shout out? Kid, you can't shout out, you know.
No. Morgan got it.
I can't remember the name again.
Roddy McDowell, George Harrison, Bob Hope.
Right, so Rodney McDowell.
Rodney.
Ronald.
Roddy.
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
Right, then, whatever, right.
How was my valley?
Then it was he in our film?
Yeah,
he's the kid.
So.
I thought he was a priest.
No, he's the kid.
But he's...
Otherwise, he's lasted a very long time, Jared.
I'm hang on, Andrew said he's a kid. Andrew knows. Andrew.
I've seen Green Grass Home.
What's it called?
Oh.
What's it called? What's it
I
called?
always want to say Green Grass Home. I always said that.
The way you said it.
But he's not even in that.
It's called How Green Was My Valley.
Yeah, but he's going, yeah, he isn't that. He isn't that film. That film's completely
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I've seen
There's
it.
a different one there.
It's a song. So we got.
Well, you've got George Harrison. So it's Ronnie McDowell, George Harrison, Bob Hope.
So Ronnie McDowell, Bob,
Yes, oh my God. The other one.
and then
Three names.
George Harrison.
George Harrison? No. 1 point talks only.
When was it then? What was the years?
So Ronnie McDowell, 1998. George Harrison, 2001. Bob Hope, 2003.
Oh.
Right
They
then.
were all earlier.
Kate, I expect a lot from you here now, right?
Okay.
Pressure.
Question 7. Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, James Brown.
Oh, Andrew.
He's in there first all the time.
Sorry, but
It doesn't mean he's going to get it. But
He knows it. He knows it. Look at him. He knows it.
James Brown died first.
James Brown does die first.
Wow. Then Michael Jackson, and then Whitney Houston.
Correct.
Good job.
Ooh.
Whitney Houston went that far long ago. It was 2014 or 15.
2012. Michael Jackson, 2009. James Brown, 2006.
Yeah, because I watched the Whitney Houston story on.
All right, don't brag. Don't be cocky, right? Don't be cocky.
All right, sorry.
I knew Michael Jackson and Whitney, but I didn't know the other one, so I wasn't sure.
James Brown.
I just didn't know when James Brown died.
Get on up.
The only thing I want to know is did they put a jacket on the grave?
Like a sex machine.
Is it only when James Brown does there's concerts and audience and everything, you don't only put a jacket after he finishes, or did he put a jacket on his grave?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Question 8. That's something to find out, songs. I'll leave that there.
I'll have to do my research on that.
Question 8. Oh, right. All right then. Kate, we got Rick Mayall, who is a British actor, actually, right? So Rick Mayall, Stan Lee of the comics, and Prince, the singer.
Jared.
Good.
Rick Mayall.
Well done.
Then Prince, then Stanley.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Done. What's your birthday, Kate? Number 9. Robin Williams.
Right, hang on. Before we do anything, Steve, you're muted.
You muted yourself.
You muted yourself.
Say that again.
There we
You
go.
muted yourself. Start the question again.
Someone was trying to phone me. Apologies. Question 9. Robin Williams, the actor. Amy Winehouse, the singer, and Christopher Lee, Dracula.
Jared.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Jared.
Amy Winehouse. Robin Williams. Then Christopher.
Yes, right. Go on. Yes, you are correct. Absolutely right. Amy Winehouse, 2009. Robin Williams, 2014. Christopher Lee, 2015.
Christopher Lee.
Oh, Andrew, you better be filling my points down, you bastard. I have seen your hand move.
Shall I do the mid scoring?
Scoring we towards the end.
No, I know, Ram, it's it. Fair enough.
No, it's leave till the end, no?
All right then.
Right then. Sir Alec Guinness, Howard Keel from Seven Brides and Seven Brothers.
Big fan last evening.
Kathleen Freeman, the villainous mother from Goonies.
All right.
I don't know.
You don't know the mother from Goonies?
I don't know any of these people.
I don't know
Alec
the name of them
Guinness.
Oh, Alec Guinness, of course. Obi-Wan, Star Wars.
Yeah. Kathleen Freeman, the villainous mother from the Goonies.
Right, okay.
Kate's Googling. She's cheating. She's cheating,
No,
Steve.
I'm not.
Oh my God, Kate.
I would never.
Does anybody want to go for it or
I'm going to say Andrew.
Andrew?
I'm going to say the Goonies one died first.
No.
Ah, what? She was fucking old in the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's McGuinness in Star Wars.
Then we're going to take a chance. No? Should I move on?
Morgan. Alec McGuinness, the old woman from the Goonies, and the other person.
2 points.
Ooh. I can see the question going. I can see if we look at him. He's going in one year and it's coming up the other one. Morgan's he's just forgetting straight away. He is.
I know.
I forget them too.
Like, I don't know why. Like I forget them.
I'm sure you know the phrase. If you don't know the answer, be a chancer, isn't it? Right then. Saddam Hussein, Norman Wisdom, an American British actor, and Richard Keel, who is Jaws from James Bond.
Okay.
Andrew.
Go on, Andrew.
I'm going to say the second one died first.
Which one's the second one?
We're just guessing. We're just guessing. The second one.
The actor.
The actor, Norman Wisdom. No.
No?
Saddam Hussein, Norman Wisdom, Richard Keel.
Jared.
I would have said that, mind, to be honest.
Norman Wisdom.
No, that's what.
I just said that. You fucking dick.
Motherfucker.
You said the second one.
I said the second one. Oh, see it. The only one I.
Too late, Andrew. Too late.
So,
too late, Andrew.
All right.
Tell me that's what I've got.
Morgan. Jaws. Norman Wisdom.
No.
And then, oh.
Come on, Kate. Come on, Kate.
I don't remember any of the names.
They said the third one. They've said Richard Keel. So
say the third one. You won.
No.
Yeah. It is, isn't it?
No.
I lost track of who guessed what.
So.
Oh no, it's not. It's the first one. Sorry, it's the first one.
Yeah.
Say number one.
Say number one, Kate.
I can't.
Number one.
Saddam Hussein. He died first.
Saddam Hussein died in 2006. Okay, do you want to guess the others? Norman Wisdom or Richard Keel?
Then Richard.
1 point.
I would have said Norman Wisdom. He was like black and white, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like back
He was Mr. Grimsdale. He was a window cleaner at one point.
Was he?
Socks.
Thank you.
Socks.
Right then, Gene Pitney.
Who?
Gene Pitney, the singer, 24 Hours from Tulsa.
What?
Oh, God.
You know, if you listen to that song, it's like this. Yeah. There you go. He goes, oh. You know exactly this.
We know it.
It's on an old gramophone.
It is that.
One of the most famous singers of his time. The notorious B.I.G. and Barry White.
Andrew.
Andrew's first.
Oh, was Andrew
I'm gonna say Biggie died first.
Correct, 1 point.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was my answer.
Biggie died first.
Barry White.
And then I'm gonna say Gene and then Barry White.
And then Barry.
Oh, unlucky.
I was right.
So
Biggie
died in 1997 with Princess Diana. Barry White was 2003 and Gene Pitney was 2006.
Was Gene Pitney like 400 when he died?
I don't even know what it is.
Died in the 70s.
He died of fucking
I've never heard of him, Steve, ever.
I'm going to have to listen to him now.
My God. I tell you what, he's brilliant.
Many more, Steve?
There's a couple. Right then. Richard Harris, Dumbledore, first one. Christopher Reeves, Superman. Roy Schneider, Chief Brody from Jaws.
Kate.
Oh, Kate.
Okay.
First.
Go.
The second one. I can't remember.
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Superman? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Morgan.
Andrew. Oh,
Oh, I go for Morgan. Go on.
Ooh.
fuck. Oh, wait. I called
All right.
same time as
go on.
Kait.
Yeah,
No,
come on.
don't you think
All right,
that,
then,
right?
go on. He's
Right,
next
no
one
worries.
then.
No
It
worries.
was something.
Yeah,
It was
thank you. I'm going to say Jaws died first.
Well,
Nope.
yes, Morgan.
Fuck off.
First it was Dumbledore.
Dumbledore died in 2002,
Then it was Christopher Reeves.
2004,
And then it was the Jaws guy.
Roy Schneider,
The other Jaws guy.
2008. The other Jaws guy, yeah, 2008.
I didn't even know he was dead.
Yeah, you do know.
That's the thing as well. I don't know half the people are dead, like. If I do know.
I was going to throw a ring in. I was going to put names in who are still alive. I'm glad I didn't because it's.
I still can't get over fucking Gene Pitney.
Leonard.
Who is Gene Pitney?
I don't know.
Leonard. He's a singer. He's a
After
famous
the show, you got
American
Janet,
singer.
myself, and Morgan Googling Gene fucking Pitney.
Yeah, I know. I probably would know his song as well. I just don't know the name, like.
You should all
Can't
be
think.
ashamed of yourselves. Right then. Leonard Nimoy. Who's banging? Who's tapping their pen? Who's doing all that music?
Don't
Andrew,
me.
look. His hand's moving.
Yeah. Who's got a glass table in front of him?
I am
Yeah,
a
we all
glass
know
table,
this.
but we all know who it is.
We all know who hasn't got an attention span.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not me.
Right
Not
then.
me.
I can't
It's not you.
think.
It's never you. Leonard Nimoy. Spock. Tom Clancy, the author.
Right.
Bob Hoskins. Roger Rabbit.
Oh.
Jared.
Jared.
Hoskins first.
Nope.
Fuck's sake, man. Stupid fucking quiz.
Say it again. Say him again.
You got Leonard Nimoy, you was just fucking Spock.
Yeah.
And what was the
Go on.
other two? I can't remember.
No, you decided to tell them the answer. Go
Leonard
on.
Nimoy. I can't remember the other fucking two. It's just fucking.
You can't say the fucking first.
Can anyone else notice Andrew's double chin?
Fuck off.
But where normal double chins do that, it's a split that way. It's fucking weird.
So which double chin you on about?
That's just weird. I've never seen a double chin like it. You can freaking out this.
Well, a pumpkin, but.
Kate, you should have him on your fucking show, on your podcast. He's a mystery, I tell you. He's a mystery all on himself, he is.
Man. Renaissance man.
Leonard Nimoy, Tom Clancy, Bob Hoskins. Anyone?
Right, Morgan.
Andrew. Ah.
Morgan this thing.
Oh, it was me? Right.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I'm gonna go Morgan. Hey,
I'm
Quizmaster.
going to say Nimoy then. First.
Who?
Leonard Nimoy.
I don't know who Leonard Nimoy is. I know Leonard Nimoy.
It's Nimoy.
It's Nimoy. Hang on. Kate, you know who Leonard Spock is?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his name? Leonard.
Well, I know who Spock is, but I don't know the actor.
Leonard
Is it
Nimoy.
Nimoy or Nimoy?
Oh, Nemo.
Oh. All right. Anyway. Fine, his name.
Fair.
Nimoy.
Me and Steve is wrong. I mean, Morgan's wrong. Dickhead's right.
Leonard Nimoy. That feels really weird to say. Oh, yeah, really?
Andrew. So is the second one that died first? I can't remember the
Got
fucking
the
name.
numbers.
I got the numbers. I heard Bob Hoskins and I heard Leonard Nimoy, so I can't remember the second one.
Yeah. So
The second one died first.
the second one is Tom Clancy. Is that who you go for?
Tom Clancy died first.
Big famous author, like, you know. Yeah, go on. Yeah, 2013.
Then you got Leonard Nimoy.
Nope.
Oh,
Bob Hoskins 2014 and Nimoy 2015. Close one.
I thought I'd seen Tom Clancy's new book, innit? Or were they just old books?
They still do video games with his name on, but
Yeah, his games will go, don't they?
Well, like I said earlier, I can't believe I can still follow Heath Ledger.
Yeah. It's like,
So,
just carries on, I suppose.
I can't believe you brought up Gene Pitney. It's stunned me out of like.
poor Kate in the corner. Poor Kate, mate.
Whoa.
What's going on? Like,
Who are these
What is
people?
going on, she's
what
thinking?
is going on?
I'm having fun.
Kate,
Yeah,
make
there
a
you
cup of
go.
tea for this next one. I would make a cup of tea for the next one, Kate. Oliver Reed, who is an actor from Curse of the Werewolf, Oliver. Fanny Hill.
You don't know Oliver Reed is, Moggs?
You know what Oliver Reed is?
Oliver Reed.
Alcoholic he was.
Like I said, he
Rings
was.
a bell, but I couldn't picture him. Like,
I'm writing these down.
Have you seen the film?
Yeah,
Oliver?
yeah,
Yeah, the musical one, yeah?
yeah, the Oliver
He's the oldest guy.
He's the villain.
Pen stop working.
He's not the old guy, he's the younger one. Who is a right bastard with a dog.
all right, yeah,
He's the
kind
kill
of.
Oliver.
Right,
Okay.
Come on, Steve, get over it.
I swear to God. Oliver Reed. Jeremy Beadle, who is a presenter, a British one.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin. Please don't say I gotta tell you who he is.
Janet.
I know who he is.
Jeremy Beadle died first, didn't he?
Let me check. No.
Nope.
Fudge cake.
Andrew.
Right. Second one.
That was Andrew.
Yeah. I'm going to say Oliver Reed died first.
Correct. 1999.
Then Jerry and then Steve Irwine.
Oh, no. Give me the same shit as you just give me.
Yeah,
I don't know who Jerry is.
Oh no.
I wrote down Jerry for some reason.
Yeah, you wrote Jerry. Don't forget, he wrote these down first of all, right?
Yeah, I
Who
know.
were the other guys? So Oliver
Jerry
Reed,
Maguire.
Jerry, and who?
Steve
Jerry
Irwine.
Maguire and Steve Irwine.
That's why
Who the fuck is Jerry? Oh, good boys. I feel like I'm in like some weird Twilight Zone episode right now. I generally do like.
Am I right anyway, Steve?
Jerry
No, you're
Beetle.
Uh,
Jerry the Beetle died first.
Jerry the Beetle. Right then. How many of that, boys and girls? It's killing me already.
Yeah.
Fuck, fudge to that, Steve. It's killing me.
Right then.
It is.
This is going to die in his arse as well now. Owen Hart, the Canadian wrestler. Joan Sims, who is the blonde lady in Carry On films. And Marlon Brando. Please don't say I got to name him as well.
Jared,
Right, John, what are you looking at your phone for?
looking at my piece of paper, I've written the names down, mate.
All right. Ready, Jared.
Owen Hart,
Correct, 1989.
then Brando, then Joe, then Sims.
Just at 1 point.
Motherfucker.
Sims then Brando.
Sims in 2001 and Brando in 2004.
He lived a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Brando.
Right then. Vernon Troyer.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
When did he die?
Yeah. He died, yeah.
2012
Troyer,
ish.
Kurt Douglas, Adam West. Oh, man.
Andrew.
Andrew.
I'm going to say Adam West.
Correct, 2017.
Wow.
When did Batman die? I didn't know Batman was dead.
Yeah, I remember Adam West dying.
And then what was
I think I
it?
just broke my heart.
It's basically 3, 2, and 1.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Just at 1 point.
I love how confident he was. Basically, yes.
So Adam West.
2017, Vern Troyer, 2018, and
18.
Kurt Douglas this year.
I thought Vern Troyer was ages ago.
Kirk Douglas died this year.
Yeah, fair bit of it.
He's a good age, wasn't he?
104, I think he was.
Was he?
What?
Yeah, something 103, 104, something like that.
Shit.
How
Wow.
big, well?
And he still looked the same.
Are you sure he didn't mistake it for Michael Steve? Fucking image, man. Image.
It's not Junior.
In fact, Michael looked younger than Kirk fucking most of his life. Older than Kirk.
Yeah. Right then, Hugh Hefner, Alan Rickman, Margot Kidder from Superman, Lois Lane.
Oh.
See, I didn't think this quiz was this hard. I gotta be honest with you.
I don't know when anyone died.
No.
I'm going to say Andrew.
Andrew,
I'm going to say Alan Rickman died first.
No.
2016, correct.
What?
Wow.
And then Hugh Hefner, and then Marvel.
Correct, 2 points.
Wow.
Hugh Hefner,
Andrew's ruining us.
I know.
Join us. And
How do you know this?
Listen, I'm just guessing as well, so don't worry about that.
We know. We know.
There's no doubt in
3,
my
2,
mind,
1.
Andrew.
3, 2, 1.
Playing the
It's
lottery.
the second one. Right then. Normally left. Gene Wilder.
Steve, I'm losing the will to live.
Not many players.
Gene Wilder, as in Charlie Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Jerry Lewis, who was nicknamed the King of Comedy. Yeah. Been known forever. Well, obviously not now. And Kenny Rogers, the country singer.
I thought you still alive.
Yeah.
Jared.
Go on, Jared.
Jerry Lewis, Gene Wilder, Kenny Rogers.
No.
Fuck's sake.
Kenny Rogers.
Are you,
Yeah, I'm
is that
dead,
your
though.
answer, Mose?
I
Mose,
feel
your
like-
answer?
No, I feel like he hasn't been dead that long. I think he's
Nah.
lost.
So, and if he's not fucking answering, I'm going to go Andrew. Fuck it.
Go on. Andrew,
Gene
fucking-
Yeah, Gene Wilder,
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
then Jerry Lewis, and then Kenny Rogers.
Correct.
Oh my
Gene
god.
Wilder, Gene Wilder 2016, Jerry on 2017, and Kenny Rogers, like Mog said, this year as well.
it was this year. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking I didn't even know if he was
Right.
dead.
You'll be happy to know they got the last two.
Come on in.
I certainly am blowing. Stephen Hawkins. On a Black Man from James Bond, Pussy Galore. And Bill Paxman from Aliens, Titanic, Weird Science, just that.
When did he die?
I don't know. I don't know any of these again.
You don't know any of these. You don't know Stephen Hawkins.
You don't know,
Steve Hawking, obviously I know
Got a
Steve.
chair.
you don't know Bill Paxman from Alien? Aliens.
Which one was he?
What was his name in it? One of the Marines he was. I can't think his name in it.
Maybe, and
Moggs,
if I saw his face.
Moggs, he was in Predator 2, the
Oh,
best Predator.
I don't know. Come on.
He was in Titanic. He's the one that's sort of narrating the story with the old girl. He's the one that's
Oh,
picking
okay.
shit up.
Oh.
I'm going to go
Are you going to call him in?
Jared.
Okay.
I'm going to go Paxman. Because I didn't know he was dead, so I'm going to go East first.
2017.
Am I right?
You are.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
Fine.
When did Stephen Hawking die? I thought it was way earlier, huh?
Oh, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh, it weren't that long ago.
It's 2018.
I'm telling you, but I watched the film fucking 10 years ago and he died in that of his life. I'm gone.
It was like 2 years ago.
I'm going to go with On a Black Man and Steve Hawkins.
1 point then.
Mm.
It was Bill Paxman 2017, Stephen Hawkins 2018,
18.
and On a Black
Are you
Man
serious?
this
I'm
year.
convinced,
Yeah,
right? I
very-
watched that film. I watched The Theory of Everything back about 4 years ago and he died in that film. I'm telling you he did. Fucking hell. What did he die?
Like 2 years ago.
Last question. Thank fuck, last question.
Last question.
Vera Lynn. We'll meet again. Don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
when.
yeah, yeah.
The wartime singer, famous
Yeah.
British one. Burt Reynolds. Please tell me you know Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Bandit, Smoking the Bandit.
Well then. And Paul Daniels, the magician.
Jared,
Jared.
Burt Reynolds died first.
No, he didn't.
Motherfucking bastard.
Andrew.
He's got it out.
Andrew.
Paul Daniels died first.
He did die first. Well done, Andrew.
Andrew won. Andrew won.
Andrew
And then you-
says,
And then for the extra point, then Burt Reynolds, Peter Lynn.
Another point, Andrew.
How did he win? How did he win? He never wins.
2016.
Oh, it's my second quiz. I won. I'm fucking well happy.
Third.
Third quiz, yeah, because I beat you as well. Get that right.
No, you won last week as well. Not last week, the week before.
Yes,
Yeah.
just us. Yeah, I know.
You won one. I don't mind. Don't worry about it. You've won 3. Apart from the one, and 4 with the one. Fuck you, Sid. Fuck you. Dick.
Andrew, very proud of you, Andrew.
Anyway,
Well-
scores on the doors. You had, unfortunately, Kate with 3.
I'm glad I made it on the board.
Morgan with 7, Jared with 8, and myself with 15.
15.
15.
Kait, did you enjoy that?
No.
That was really fun.
No.
That was the end of the show.
Yep. I've been Jared.
I've been Andrew.
I've been Morgan.
And I was the quizmaster. Kait,
And she.
who are you?
And I'm Kait.
Thanks, kid.
Thank you so much.